card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beast, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about me. Boog nice, my nigga. A.C.B.A. been popping lately off top. My nigga, they cut out game be too amazing. MUs, my nigga. That's that shit that don't amaze me. This was for my niggas. That's really about they legends. Shouts out to Savage Poop, my niggas out in Texas. I don't fuck with no scalper. Nigga, fuck what you selling. I'm all up in the toy aisle. I'm kicking kids, I'm reckless. My nigga built Maruby on that Google chat straight flexing. Look, I pop the package, I smell it. Pop the package, I smell it. Me and my nigga Tiny at the toy fair straight spending. They asked you for that Deadpool and he ain't asked no questions. We too fly, I know this. Let me give your ass a checklist. Got the Giant Man, got that Ares, that Cable bruh, it's nothing. I get the Blue Wire, Silver Luke Cage, that Dragon Man, then I'm stunned. And this song for them fuck niggas that's hating on your collection. Yeah, they talking all that shit, but it's A.C.B.A, we reppin'. Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. I'll take that. We're taking that right there.
Yo, what's up, girls and boys? It's time to make some noise. Cause I'm back and I'm on this track now. Let's talk about some classic toys. You can bet I pose them all. Legends to Dragon Balls, Batman and Kaijus and Kamen Riders. I collect them all. Gotta make sure your posing's tight though. Make sure your lighting's right, yo. Keep it contained because you train for this your entire life, bro. So please don't adjust your TV. This is your host, Moncheesy. Sit back and relax and learn this fact. Posing ain't easy.
I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour. Replicate epic scenes from the Creed War. Compose pieces with artists that span the globe. Fearsome foes, Spidey in the picture perfect pose. Insert the comic book cut out to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool nerd like my man Zord. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art. Book art.
Yeah. Shutter. Yeah. Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, Many matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beast, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about it. Boog nice, my nigga. A.C.B.A. been popping lately off top. My nigga, they cut out game, be too amazing. MUs, my nigga. That's that shit that don't amaze me. This was for my niggas. That's really about they legends. Shouts out to Savage Poop, my niggas out in Texas. I don't fuck with no scalper. Nigga, fuck what you selling. I'm all up in the toy aisle. I'm kicking kids, I'm reckless. My nigga Bill Maruby on that Google chat straight flexing. Look, I pop the package, I smell it. Pop the package, I smell it. Me and my nigga Tiny at the toy fair straight spinning. They asked you for that Deadpool and he ain't asked no questions. We too fly, I know this. Let me give your ass a checklist. Got the Giant Man, got that Ares, that cable bruh, it's nothing. I get the blue wire, silver Luke Cage, that Dragon Man, then I'm stunning. And this song for them fuck niggas that's hating on your collection. Yeah, they talking all that shit, but it's A.C.B.A, we reppin'. Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detail. Catch me at the toy shop. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detail. Catch me at the toy shops. I'll take that. We're taking that right there.
Yo, what's up, girls and boys? It's time to make some noise. Cause I'm back and I'm on this track now. Let's talk about some plastic toys. You can bet I pose them all. Legends to Dragon Balls, Batman and Kaijus and Common Riders. I collect them all. Gotta make sure your pose is tight though. Make sure your lighting's right, yo. Keep it contained because you train for this your entire life, bro. So please don't adjust your TV. This is your host, Moncheesy. Sit back and relax and learn this fact. Posing ain't easy.
Man, I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the biggest fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detail. Replicate
Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's go.
We are live, Boog.
Oh, we are live. Yes, sir.
We're officially back at it.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition of the grand design. Some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside this gentle world. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every scene. Days go by, it's the bigger love of the family.
The Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast is recorded in front of a live virtual audience and is funded in part by viewers like you. Thank you.
There we go. Thank you for that clarification. Hey, how you doing? You all right over there?
I'm feeling good.
All right.
Oh, the voice from above. I thought you weren't going to be joining us. That's awesome.
We'll see. What's up?
You'll be in and out too. Hello, gentlemen. What's good?
Well, Fabio, how you doing, man? How was your week?
Chilling. Pretty chill week. Things are starting to slow down. I mean, pretty much are slowed down now that it's the holiday season. So just been chilling, getting my holiday gifts and all that stuff together, and seeing the appropriate people and making the arrangements. my high school 10-year reunion is next week, so that's
Whoa.
that's a gross feeling to be having. But
Are you gonna go?
That should be interesting.
I might be like Rick. I might just pop in.
Dude, I did not go to mine. But did you go to yours?
No, sir.
Hell no. I don't have time for that shit.
It's like at a brewery, like kind of in town, so it should be chill enough to at least say hello and see some old faces, and then probably not go along to the after party if there is any.
What's the percentage of people from your high school that are in the acting business?
I don't know. Not many. Not that I know of.
Just you, huh?
Really?
All right,
I mean,
tight. You made it.
If
You
they
did
are,
it.
they're like friends. They're friends of mine. You know what I mean? Like I kind of kept in touch with them through that, but not too many that I know of. If there are, maybe I'll find out this next week.
Hey, once the drinks start flowing, people start talking.
Right. If nothing else, it's an event in LA. It's some kind of there's a networking aspect to it, no matter what.
True.
For sure. Very LA-ish.
Is what it is. Just being real about it, you know. I'm not totally like antisocial, like you know, fuck these guys as far as like my high school graduating class. So, you know, it'd be nice to just say hi and then not see them for another 10 years.
Yeah.
No doubt. P, how about you? How was your week?
The week is pretty good. I was sick earlier this week. It really sucked, but I'm starting to get over it now.
A little
So
better.
yeah, and then I'm finally starting to get to a point with the new apartment where I can finally start working on my room. So that's pretty exciting. I had to move a bunch of boxes to find stuff, so now my living room is dirty again. So that sucks. But but it's coming together for sure.
All right, that's what's up. My week was.
I
pretty
love
good.
keeping up with it. I told you this. I DM'd you, Pancho, but
Oh, you sure
it's
did?
been the most thing that I'm invested the most in of anything going on Instagram right now.
What's that? Say that again.
Just seeing how Pancho's room and his house is coming along. I'm just keeping up with it, like so invested.
I got you. Yeah.
The event of the winter event.
I'm
Move
there
over
with
Christmas.
you. I'm rooting for you every step of the way. You're the protagonist.
How's your week, Boog?
Is this like a team effort, or are you like tasked with doing everything, and Becca's just cracking the whip and telling you where to put you?
Well, funny enough, Becca like wishes that she could help. She just doesn't know where any of my shit goes, man. So she's like,
Of course.
the other week she was like, "Hey, if you feel like I'm not doing anything or I'm not doing enough, let me know." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, I get it. Like, you don't know where any of this shit goes.
Right.
It is fine. It is okay."
It's safe to say that you have like 4 times the amount of shit that she does. She just got clothes, and you have like
Yeah, it's
a lifetime of
unbelievable.
collectibles.
It's unbelievable. Like every time I start trying to organize something, I always have like a mini mental breakdown, and I contemplate on selling all my shit, like literally on a daily basis. Like
Sounds
I was
about
about
right.
to
Just
ask.
hours
I know
ago.
you were having some thoughts about that last time, so I'm wondering how that's going.
Sounds about right.
it's
Fabio, he does not have many mezcos, so just stop, all right?
No, not even that. Just as someone who purged a lot of shit that I was like, why am I holding on to this? For so many years. It can be a relieving feeling. So,
True.
not saying you got to throw out everything, but if you do find some stuff to offload, I think that's a huge thing.
No doubt.
for sure.
Well, that's good. Things coming along nicely. Things slowing down for Fabio, but not really, because he's got some shit on the horizon.
Hell yeah.
My week was pretty good. Last week I wasn't here. I was out in. Hey, Rick, how's it going, man?
Hey,
All right, cool.
Ricky, Ricky.
Yeah, last week I was out in Maryland. My girl's parents have a house out there, so we stayed out there for the weekend and visited her brother and his wife and baby, and just kind of ate food and relaxed and chilled out in the suburbs. It was pretty nice.
Very nice.
They live in a really nice area, and it was cool. It was nice to be out of the city and not being attacked by crackheads. It was cool.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear
Yeah,
you
we
now.
get it now.
hey, now we
Okay,
can.
that's what I'm talking about.
All right, you did it,
Welcome,
man.
sir. Welcome to the A.C.B.A. podcast. How was your week?
Well, I was just I was trying to figure it out because my computer it's dead.
Oh no.
So I
All
was
right.
like,
So how you communicating with us?
I'm on an iPad.
I see.
From devices unknown.
Okay.
From devices unknown. Just like
This is
my
like this is like when you could set your Facebook status or whatever to like sent from my like I don't know,
my
Zenith
iPhone.
microwave.
from my
Yeah.
Nintendo 3DS.
Right.
From the Twitter application via a Nintendo 3DS.
Right.
The best.
Tweeted from my Toshiba smart toilet. Like it's just random stuff like that.
Like that girl who kept getting, I think it was all fake or whatever, but that girl who kept getting her devices taken away.
Yeah.
My mom won't let me talk to anyone, so I'm talking through the fridge.
Yeah. Timeless meme.
Well, Rick, you just celebrated a birthday, no?
Oh yeah, that was great.
Hell yeah.
Was
How's
it?
it feel?
It just felt nice to not have COVID and everybody in my house have it too. It was
Beautiful.
Awesome.
All right.
great. So it happened last year, and it
Yeah,
was the worst.
that's right. Yeah, that's how you celebrated
Here.
last year.
The birthday wasn't a super spreader event.
No, thank God. Yeah, everybody was vaxxed. Strictly vaxxed.
Nice.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday, man.
This is the birthday stream. Let's show some birthday love to Rick.
That's
huh?
it.
That's
No birthday
Yeah.
suits, all right? We got to stay on.
Oh man, I was just about to say, are we all gonna birthday suit it or what?
I was gonna suggest the opposite. I was gonna say like, hey guys, look in your closet and dig out some vintage T-shirts to throw Rick's way.
Oh yeah,
Let's clothe this man instead.
throw your clothes.
Right.
Do it.
I got a Coors Light shirt for you.
Whoa,
Oh,
let's go.
All right, well, that's good. I'm glad everybody's week was good. I'm glad that we all made it here. I promised that we would all four be on the show today, so I was a little disappointed when Pete said that he might not be on the show. But it's good. At least we starting off strong. So let's go ahead and jump into the topics. What we got?
Right. Everybody can raise their seat into the upright position because we're about to take off.
That's it. Today's topics. We got a lot on the plate, but just quick fire stuff, like one or two things each. But they might spark some deeper conversations. First up is
let's hope
Hasbro.
not.
Yeah. First up is Hasbro. We're gonna be talking Marvel Legends, Lightning Collection stuff, and then Elephant in the Room, the Rancor. And then is there any Mezco stuff this week or no?
Not really.
just-
Just a lot of stuff shipping. Nothing like
I was about to
new.
say it's just shipping.
Yeah, it's literally all just like yesterday I got hit with 2 shipping notifications, today with 1. So
Oh boy.
everything that we've
Mamma
been
mia.
Let's
seeing.
go.
Yeah,
we're gonna
that's-
talk,
basically it. We can honestly just skip over it.
True. All right.
What?
I know, right?
Yeah, I gave it to you right now, so we didn't skip over it.
It's a
I
Festivus
put
miracle.
it to the front.
Super Sevens on here as well. Mythic Legions, SHF, and then some miscellaneous stuff. Then we'll see where we go from there.
All right. Sounds good. So kicking things off with Marvel Legends, it was not too eventful week, but before we actually get into this stuff, there are people starting to receive their Excalibur 3-packs, myself included. Got Excalibur 3-pack in today. It was in front of my door when I came home.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, there's that. And other Legends news. We finally got an update as to when we will get another update for Marvel Legends. This is going to be the last Fan First Thursday of the year, or the last Fan First, because you know they change them. Sometimes it's Fan First Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Happy days. So it's Thursday this time. I mean this Thursday, this December 16th. This is going to be the last Fan First of the year. All right.
Dang.
Oh my God.
The speculation is that we will see some Far From Home stuff. I guess they will give us the official reveal of Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, since technically they didn't reveal that. What outlet revealed that?
Yeah, they did. It was on their Instagram here.
Was it? Oh, okay. I thought some other outlet put out the information first, though. You know how they do that sometimes, like Entertainment Weekly or some shit. I don't know. But
Right.
yeah, so yeah, there was that too. Hawkeye. And was that this past week that they did that?
We talked about it last week. Yeah.
Oh, it was last
Did
week.
they?
All right,
Damn.
cool.
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah, this Thursday we'll find out. Again, the heavy speculation is that we will hear some Fan First I mean, some Far From Home stuff. Isn't that the day that the movie comes out too?
Yes.
In fact, it
16th?
might be.
The 16th, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, baby.
Interesting. Okay. So
When's-
About to spoil this whole movie. We're getting all. I mean, we know all the villains now, so they're about to show all the figures of the villains, maybe, right?
yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying that it may be the villains. I'm hoping that. Well, I guess this is the last one of the year, so I guess they gotta go big. It's probably gonna be a big Spider-Man share day. But there's that. They'll talk about Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, I assume. Did you guys talk about that show last week?
Yes.
A little bit,
A little
but
bit, yeah.
not heavy.
Oh,
Okay.
did we want to do a quick mention of how the team is using that Build-A-Figure wave site?
Yeah, I definitely.
That was hilarious.
Wait, what?
Wait. You said the Marvel Legends team is using it?
Yeah, who was
Really?
it? Maybe it was Ryan or
Oh,
something.
that's right. Yeah,
He
I know
posted
exactly what
up.
you're talking about.
He's like, "This is my dream wave" or something like that, and it was just an all Gambit wave. He posted like a million different versions of like Gambit, and he's like
Hilarious.
something like that. Here we go. I found it. I just sent it to you guys. It's in
I saw
the.
Centuries. He did something similar with,
Yeah,
with
it was
all
all Centuries.
I think Sentry might have got it from him. I think.
Which one of you shared that in our group chat this past week? Rick, that was you or Fabio?
No, that was me.
Fabio?
I was
That was Fabio?
because I'm on Reddit anyway. I'm on r/Marvel Legends, and that's just like a thing that people have been doing there to build these waves. I think it's still relatively new, but that's where I got wind of it first on
Yeah,
Reddit,
it
and
seems
then I
like,
was like, "Oh shit, have you guys seen this?" Because I thought it was somebody's graphic at first, and then I saw the details actually has all the info there.
Yeah, it seems like this past week it really heated up. Once you dropped that in the chat, I talked about it real quickly on an update video, and then I saw a lot of people trying it out. So
It was literally after your video, like everything, it started blowing up. So we you said that we would talk about it more on here, but since then it's already the cat is out of the bag. You know.
yeah, I'd like to go and play around with it myself. I haven't actually even done any Dream Waves, but it's been interesting to see other people's stuff. I saw Brandon did one. Posable Productions did one.
Yeah, so for people who don't know what we're talking about, this is the on build-a-wave.com, part of legendsverse.com.
Is it what is the actual .com? Is it legendsverse.com or buildawave.com? I'm confused.
It's both. So it's a part of Legendsverse. It's it's its own kind of thing within Legendsverse, and I'm not even sure what Legendsverse is. Probably just a Marvel Legends fan site kind of thing, right?
We
So
know
yeah, a lot of people have been using this to build their dream waves, but I think it was Dan Yoon posted his, and it was Ryan, the one that you just sent, that did the all Gambit wave, which is amazing.
Do we know what who put this site together? Is this like some 3D chess shit that the Marvel Legends team actually put together under some pseudonym or some shit?
I don't know.
2 months from now, we're gonna see that it secretly leads to Hasbro's website.
Yeah, that's what
What?
Legendsverse. I guess it's a way to keep track of your Legends, collection, and
Okay.
Dude.
That's what the primary use was of the site, huh?
Right. And I remember 112 Shop, when they were still 112 Shop, were trying to do a similar thing with Mezco. I don't know that it never took off, because that 112 Shop still owes me $150 Snake Eyes suit that I haven't seen. So
Oh, no.
we don't know what's up with that.
Oh shit, we might have to send some goons out, huh?
I don't know, man.
Send them an email.
know,
That's what their Instagram says.
That's right. We just need someone to go lean on them for a little bit. You know what I mean?
All
We
right.
need to go lean on them.
I expect to see a huge A.C.B.A. podcast ad on legendsfirst.com. But yeah, this is cool. I definitely want to go in here and play around a bit myself. My dream wave is all Army Builder wave, but they've been putting out all of these freaking Army Builders kind of separately and shit. Even though it was my idea for them to do a Shield 2-pack. They did run with that, so that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, this wave actually looks really cool. Who did this one? Or this was on the site already?
And that's just the default, huh?
It's the default? Okay.
I think so.
This
Fabio
would
did
actually
it.
be a really dope wave. And it's funny because we are about to get the Iron Spider. This might actually be close to a real wave that they could put out. Miss Marvel and a new female Buck. We definitely know we're going to get Speedball at some point. We long overdue for a yellow jacket, being that the last one we had was when Hasbro was really just kind of warming up a little bit. Actually, they were ice cold, but but there's that, and we already know that Paul is probably going to do a Punisher head at some point, so we're going to be getting another Punisher, even though this is a more modern take, and he's been
Iron
doing-
Fist and Luke Cage are without question.
Oh, for sure, that's coming 1,000%. And everybody is thirsty for an extremist Iron Man. And then it'd be a great way to break out a big Bill Foster Goliath. We haven't seen that since the Marvel Universe days. So this default wave here is actually pretty nice. I guess the only thing is this is all heroes. There's not one villain in the wave. They would have to swap out one of these people. Even though I guess you could say Punisher was the villain of the Civil War story in a way. He was like was himself basically. But
I mean, if I was to have a dream Marvel Legends wave, I would be a new jumping on collector, and therefore the whole line has to kind of adhere to my needs because I got all these side characters that have been warming pegs, but all the core characters get bought out, so it would just be a single like core character wave, just a standard ass Iron Man and Captain America and Thor and
That's
Hulk
genius.
and a Wolverine and a Spider-Man with a Build-A-Figure. I don't know.
Hulk.
Remember the blue Goliath from Toy Biz Legends?
Yeah.
Haven't seen that costume in a minute.
Yep, I've been advocating for that. I've been saying that we need a Goliath because it's a good way to give us a big Build-A-Figure that's not huge. Because in his Goliath, persona, he's not like 10 stories tall. He's just a really big dude. Like, you know what I mean? So it's it could work out.
And if they're really smart, I as a fan obviously know more than the toy company. So if they're really
Naturally.
smart, they'll just knock out all of the variants for one character in one wave. And I think that's what Ryan Ting was kind of hinting at, right? You just knock out all the variants, every single version of a single character in one wave.
I like that the Horseman Gambit is the Build-A-Figure. That's smart.
Yeah, there you go.
Good job, Ryan.
Brilliant stuff. You get your this is your first appearance Gambit. You get your kind of newer one. You get the X-Men uniform one, which I think is something they definitely should do.
Wait, is there an AOA version there? He is, right? Is there
Yeah.
AOA version? I think that's number 4, right?
Yeah,
Number 4, I think.
perhaps. And then these are kind of newer ones. What's up with this one?
I think one of them is the Age of X Gambit. That might be number 6, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Ryan had to write this copy too, so maybe this will be something we'll see.
Something from the
You
archives.
never know. Could be a hint of things to come. But yeah, go ahead over to legendsverse.com and have a little fun and put out some waves, and maybe someone from the Marvel Legends team will see it and steal your idea and not give you any credit at all, and you'll be famous.
If nothing else, this is a good tool for when we put out the A.P.B. for like, all right, let's, what is your dream army builders wave or whatever.
No doubt. Yeah, but I'm digging this. This is cool. Maybe we'll find out who's actually behind this and assassinate them.
They just go by Mr. X.
Mr. F.
But yeah, that was pretty much it for Legends.
It's me. I'm Mr. F.
Legends are in a really good spot right now. They're in a really good spot in terms of sales and popularity and toy photography, and it's been a very good ride this year. I'm looking forward to seeing what they have in store for next year, and hopefully we'll find out a bit about that this coming Thursday. So that was it for Hasbro in terms of Legends, but we did have some big news this past week in terms of Lightning Collection, right, Pete?
Yeah, for sure. They had a Fan First Friday, I think, for Power Rangers stuff.
Yes, it was Friday because me and Fabio just talked about this off.
They sure did.
Oh, word. So the big news is their Zord Ascension project. They put out a whole bunch of new information for it. They announced the price point, $149, right? What is it?
I thought it was 165. I heard somewhere.
On BBTS, it's 160 right now.
Okay.
And you know what, man? I think that's a pretty fair price.
I agree.
for what this is, not like the go-to thing for me is I always compare any like high-end Megazord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I always compare it to the Soul of Chogokin figure that came out. That was a $300 figure. It's highly articulated. You know, it combines the individual Zords are highly articulated as well. But it is like a big honking piece of shit. It's like huge. It's heavy. And it's just like a thick design too. So I like how slim this is. The range movement looks really nice on here. And even though, you know, Solo Chogokin's version is like die cast, and you know, it's just a very high end collectible. I think for what this is, 160 is a good price point for sure. I can see how that's you know, a little scary to like older fans, where like Megazords, you know, Megazords used to be what, like $30 when we were kids or something like that. So seeing like a 160 price point is like pretty nuts. But you know, it's a highly articulated figure, and that's just what you want, you know, from a Megazord.
You're getting everything in one shot. You got two versions of the Megazord, right? The tank thing here, and then the actual Zord robot,
For
whatever, right? I guess you could value each one of the Zords at like $40 each, right? Something like that.
True. It's a little steep at 40. Like I would much rather just think of it as just getting one big ass 12-inch Zord,
Right. All
for 160 instead of paying $40 for a pterodactyl.
look at this fucking set right here, though, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. These are Tommy Tech buildings. It's a combination of Tommy Tech buildings and that model kit building that came out where you could break them apart. Really interesting to see them using this stuff from I think these are Bandai kits, if I'll be mistaken. Some of the kaiju photographers in the chat will correct us if wrong.
Isn't Tomy is owned by Hasbro?
Oh, it is.
Remember, they're the ones that release. They're the ones that release Transformers in Japan.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh, it all makes sense.
And you know what? Later on, we still haven't done the Legends one, right? Legends topic. Did we?
We did, yeah.
Okay, well then there's a Tomy set for Marvel Legends. That Tomy's releasing. It's just a bunch of Deadpool accessories. I sent it in the chat.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, time out. That is from Tomy too? I did not know that.
Tomy Tech, baby.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out who put that out. I wasn't sure if it was just some like super ambitious, like customizer dude from the Philippines or something like that. I
He just goes by Tomy Tech.
Sick name.
All right, yeah. So yeah. Let's not skip around though. Power Rangers. We still on Power Rangers.
And then
How are we?
to round out the Zord. I mean, I think it's really tight. I think another hard pill to swallow is like Hasbro just put out they put out a Megazord last year too, or like 2 years ago, and I think that was like $60. So like the extra $100 is pretty rough. I think it does have a lot of competition with its own fan base. Like, how are you gonna put out like a 60, or maybe it was $80? It was $80. I can't remember off the top of my head, but like a pretty affordable Megazord, and then a year or two later put out the exact same thing, and it's like $100 more. But I imagine this one is taller. I think this is 12 inches, where the old one may have been like 10 inches or something. And then of course it's like it has way more articulation. Some of the smaller like cool details are like, I love that the cockpit view is in like the head and whatever where it's supposed to be. That's super sick. They keep on talking about like the honeycomb thing in the chest. I don't care for that. Like, I think that's kind of weird. But
yeah, me too. I'm not a fan of that, actually.
It's weird. Like also like the yellow on the mastodon like shoulders are kind of like teched out almost. Like, I get it. Like, you know what? If this was a Megazord for like some sort of animated Mighty Morphin Power Rangers like reboot, which is like always highly rumored, like then it wouldn't bug me as much. But like they're specifically going for like the old live action one, so it's just like I'm like being an old man about it. It's just like it's too new. Like where's my 90s Power Rangers like using footage from a 70s Power Rangers team? Not 70s, but
Poncho, does it frighten you?
It does frighten me. This could be an NFT for all I know. That frightens me too.
Could you imagine?
But yeah, I mean, like, I don't really mind like how teched out they look, but like it's just new and frightening. So
And therefore, yes.
Exactly.
It does look cool, and I feel like the little guys in here should be painted though. You know?
Yeah, that's kind of
They should be
wild.
painted?
I was literally just about to comment on that too. I like the fact that they actually, have them in there, but come on, bro.
These are like Zoids. Remember Zoids? Their cockpits guys were painted, or you could like take them out and paint them yourself. These look like they're hard glued in there.
I feel
Those
like
look like a piece of bubble gum.
I feel like their go-to, like they should be painted, but like any good PR person can spin this into, hey, I mean, the old ones weren't painted. Like this is nostalgic, the old ones were painted. These aren't painted either. It's like you're playing with the old toy, only better. So it is what it is.
Wait, but that just sounds like PR talk.
Well, you never know. It could be.
Isn't that just a fancy word for bummed out?
Trick, you ignorant slut.
I feel like these little guys should be painted too. I don't know, but I mean, you're obviously not getting it for these little guys, but
True.
hey,
I do like the detail that like the cockpit of the individual Zords have them molded in, whereas before like you had like a huge like honkin' like cavity in there where you stuck those little dudes in. So
right.
The biggest thing about this is like the FOMO, because if they're doing this, then they're gonna do a Dragon Zord, and if they do a Dragon Zord, then it's gonna fucking combine, and then the Dragon Zord's gonna come out, and you're gonna be kicking yourself that you didn't get the fucking Megazord.
Right.
Like,
I see no reason why not to get this then.
Exactly. I mean,
Yep, pretty much. That's what they're doing. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good price point. I think it's decent, and I'm excited to live vicariously through others when they start to do their A.C.B.A, do their setups and stuff with this, because I will definitely be passing on this, but I respect it. Cool.
Yeah, Devontae Top Dog in chat asked what scale is this. They said in their thing it was 144 scale, which is pretty. If you're a Gunpla dude, then you'll already have like tons of accessories and shit for 144. So you're all good.
For sure. They're doing a lot of things at once here. Putting it at that scale is genius. It's a good move.
Very smart.
It's also them showing off their like Transformers chops. Transformers is Hasbro too, being that you basically have a Transformer here. It's still the Lightning Collection. It's Power Rangers. It's it's everything. It's something that you may want to get for some MSD stuff with your Lightning Collection 6-inch figures. It's a lot going on here. It's a very smart marketing move here, and a great price point. And like I said in my update this past week, it puts things into perspective about how awful the marketing and everything around the Rancor was, and the price around the Rancors. So, with that said, I guess we could talk about that real quick, right?
Did we talk about the fact that the person that posted this on this website is named Tony_Bacala?
Oh no,
Tony Bacala, baby.
I was like, what a portmanteau! Wow, like two of the two best characters in The Sopranos, like in one guy.
There's one more thing. They showed off a red variant of the Ecliptor figure that's coming out. I think you have that pulled up. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's interesting that this guy comes in his own pack, whereas the regular Ecliptor, like his regular variant, which is black and green, that comes with a 2-pack with Astronema, which makes sense. They're connected characters. But Red Ecliptor, pretty tight. I mean, they would, like, we talk about it all the time with these Power Ranger, with Lightning Collection monsters, and like specifically, they can reuse the Ranger molds all day long, but these monsters are like one and done. So when a character like Ecliptor does canonically get a different colorway, then like it's really good news for them. So as soon as they announced like regular Ecliptor, I was like, where's the red one? And how are they going to sell it to me? So pretty sick that he comes in his
I
own
honestly
pack.
I thought GameStop exclusive. I thought this is going to go through the CEO himself, baby.
Incredible.
There you go. There he
yeah,
is in all his red eclipsing glory.
That's it. All right, tight. Yeah, let's talk Rancor, baby.
Oh yeah.
So I guess you guys, the Rancor ended on Sunday night, right? Sunday 11:59. Is that what it was, or was it Monday?
It was Sunday, I think.
It was Sunday.
Number
Okay.
6, yeah.
So
I was actually
live-
streaming that night. I did like a impromptu stream, and like me and like the chat were watching it live and watching Packers go up and down.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It almost made it. Honestly, to be fair, it made
really
it closer
did.
than you would have thought.
I honestly thought like by the time it hit like above 8,000, I was like, I really thought it was gonna make it. I thought,
Yeah, I thought at the
Exactly.
last moment they'd squeeze through and at least they would get it made, but I guess not get any of the stretch goals or whatever.
yeah,
I'm honest. Maybe not surprised, but it would have been interesting if they said, "All right, you know what? We were very close. We're gonna go ahead and do it. No, Rancor keeper."
yeah. I mean, like to me, do you really think like 400 like is 400 like the difference of 400 backers, is that enough to just like disappoint 8,000 people?
Well, apparently so, because they said.
I think this was a lot an instance of a lot of people. I think that less than 500 that they were off are the people who really stood their ground and said, "No, you are not going to get me with the Rancor keeper. You messed this up from the beginning and voting with my wallet." I wouldn't.
Yeah.
The margin is so small that I wouldn't be surprised if that is what it came down to in the end.
We
Yeah,
talked about how
it's something.
we did talk about how they probably didn't have any Rancor keeper anywhere near close to any completion, right? We all
No
agree.
renders, nothing. No, not even a package. I mean, it doesn't have a package, so yeah, not even a
Remember
mock-up.
the
I love
Photoshop
this
of it
photo.
looked garbage. Remember? I mean, look at the, you could see around him. Like,
So
terrible.
great.
I
Yeah,
just think that this is one of those instances where a fandom did what they should have done and not given them their money just because they were happy to get something.
Right.
Like, you know, you got to speak with your wallet and let them know that this is bullshit, because that team for far too long has loved to just squeak by in pretty much like every aspect of what they do.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
They
yeah,
suck.
it's a lesson learned, and I think I mentioned this last time, but I'm wondering. Maybe I didn't say it on here, but I'm wondering if anybody's going to be unemployed as a result of.
Oof.
Oh, I hope not. Damn.
You
At
imagine?
least homeless.
I'm not saying I'm hoping for that, but you know, that's
It's a
It's
possibility
What?
for sure.
yeah. I don't want to see anybody get fired, but I'm just saying.
At least
Yeah.
homeless, I would say.
Oh no. So yeah, no Rancor. At least not in the, I guess, foreseeable future. I guess we will see what happens in another 2 years or something like that. But maybe they may. I don't know. I'm wondering, man. I'm wondering how like they may have been really. They may have really thought they had this shit in the bag, and they may have been further along than we knew. At least the Rancor, not all of the other stretch goal shit or whatever, but might be in a bad space. I don't know. Do you think the odds are that they actually started the production no matter what? It was just
Could you imagine?
Stop the machines! Stop the machines!
oh no.
I could see if that is the case, I could see them like I don't know. I could see them like, obviously they're not going to produce like 8,000 all at once. Like there was probably, if they have started production on these, I could see a situation where they do some sort of special run and they're like, hey, we have so many produced, we're going to put them up and that's it. Could have made more.
I don't even think it made it that far. I don't think it's all the money that they spent just doing the digital mock-ups and printing the fancy new cardboard, backdrop mock-up. All that, I mean, that's basically the initial, cost to try to get the rest of the money, and it didn't make it. So
True.
I don't
very
think
true.
it's moving forward in any way. I don't think they'll. If they try this again, it'll be like another 5 years or something.
Dang.
And a big problem too is I think there's enough people who were split between all of the HasLabs going on at once, and even Sky Striker that made it, but I think it missed just the last stretch goal, and I think that was another case of it could have gone farther, but there was just so much other stuff going on at the same time. Who knows how many of the same people got all of the HasLabs and who just got charged for Galactus a few months ago and are still recovering from that. There's plenty of people who do both Legends and Black Series,
Yeah,
So
and
I think it's a case of too many at once during the holiday season.
yeah, it's Christmas time. People are not gonna like be willing to spend all of that money on some shit that's coming next year when they gotta buy Christmas presents right now. So it is what it is.
That's true. That's true.
To quote Meredith from The Office, "Do you want to tell my kid he doesn't get shoes?"
Basically. So yeah, we'll see where this goes, or if they'll just try to forget about it, like Cookie Monster, and that be that.
Correct.
Damn.
Yeah, that
There
was
he
it,
lay. There he lay with the Cookie Monster.
Damn.
basically.
Rest in peace. Bro.
He's in some poor company, man. But a Star Wars Black Series 6-inch HasLab couldn't make it.
And that Cookie Monster was really high quality, man. I seen that thing at the con.
Yeah,
That
that
shit-
was at Comic-Con that year, and it was
Yeah.
like like when you go to the Wax Museum and it's like, whoa, it's almost like really Stan Lee.
That's exactly what it was like. You'd be hard pressed to tell me that wasn't the real Cookie Monster.
Right.
So yeah, I think that was it for Hasbro. There was Marvel Legends, there was Lightning Collection, there was the failure of the Rancor. Anything else Hasbro related worth talking about? Anything that went up on their Instagram?
Well,
think that's
Static
it, right?
Thunder, Static Thunder just hit us with $5 to say. One other quick thing about Power Rangers is that the Ninjetti White Ranger was released to some people and has a bunch of new articulation, which is super cool.
Oh,
Mamma mia, where is he? Where is he?
as I said, the Sky Striker is coming.
That's it.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Uh,
Thank you for the super chat.
For sure. It's cool that like a lot of Power Ranger stuff that's on Amazon that's slated for like next April and stuff has just been popping up at Target. Like I've seen people get Eye Guy, I've seen people get like In Space Pink and a bunch of shit. It's just
Eye Shine?
Eye Guy.
I was about to say that's the band of former Black Ranger Johnny Young Bosch.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, there was this guy too for Black Series. They just revealed this.
Oh, they sure did.
Oh,
I forgot about that. I hate it.
Yeah.
It looks
You
stupid.
hate it.
I really do hate this look for Boba Fett. It's garbage. I don't
Well,
I don't mind the look, but like I don't know, just doing that skirt piece in plastic.
yeah.
I don't know.
And
It
then
just looks
having it-
dated, man. It looks very dated.
And having only half of it kind of cover this, especially when they have done like soft goods, lower pieces like this.
Yeah, this brand has done it many times. Like this just doesn't look good.
Yeah,
The
it looks
design
looks
feeling
pieced
it
together.
just doesn't
I mean,
look good.
I guess it is really in the show, like for real, it is pieced together, but it doesn't look cohesive here though. It looks like he's got jeans with like the lower part where his boots are kind of looks like jeans, but then he's got like what looks like hammer pants and then a really small armor. It just I don't know, it doesn't look good, man.
Yeah.
No,
There's a
it
lot of
doesn't look good. Yeah,
like representing what should be kind of like billowy robes in hard plastic like this doesn't really look good.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
But according to, I was watching the I think it was the Foosh Weekly, and he was saying that there was a leak for the new Boba Fett costume from like a Diamond Select statue. He showed it on there, and he'll get a new look on the show, so there'll be another better Boba Fett. But if you want that transitional kind of look to him, then who knows? Will it show up on the show? I don't know. You got to pay attention. I guess.
Ooh.
I mean, it has to. It's like the key, the new key look or whatever that.
Yeah, and I mean they
this
have to
Diamond Select statue leak.
they have to be able to charge you for it. How else are
Yeah.
they going to charge you to buy something else?
They already gave us a similar version of this, right? But with the scuffed up armor before he gets the new look, So there is going to be, or have they? I don't even know, But it's coming. And even I want to say the Nomad, maybe this is reuse of that first version before he gets the actual armor on, and he just has like the Sand People kind of gear on, So maybe this is a case of them having to reuse that. I don't know. Star Wars Black Series collectors can let us know, but either way, I believe this is a deluxe, so it's going to be slightly more just because it's
going to be like $39.99. It's going to be like $39.99, I think.
Christ.
Yeah, no thanks.
You're getting a bigger box, but it's not filled with more than a regular box. Doesn't seem like, or that's what people are saying.
Woof.
Woof woof woof.
Your girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
well, we are done with Hasbro, but I did say there wasn't a lot of Mezco news, but there's a couple of quick hits I got to hit you with.
I knew it.
Can I take a look at that Fortnite figure real quick? I just want to look at it. I didn't really look at it.
Is it the Rock?
Yeah, we showed this one here. This is the one that has like, a light up head.
Okay. Right. Got it. Okay. That's good.
So
all right.
Get your Mattel heads and slap it on.
So Mattel heads?
So Mattel heads?
So light up heads? Anyway, all right, let's take a foray into Mez Town, shall we?
Oh,
very quickly. We'll pop in. It's a rest stop, really, and then we'll get right back on the road. But they do have a few sites. So we had the holiday item drops, last week and the week before and everything. So we've been patiently awaiting for those to come out. We started getting the shipping notifications for them, earlier this week. I got mine, I think, yesterday. The Mosquatch is charging too. So if we go into the now shipping section, you'll see there's a bunch of stuff moving up here. So Mosquatch is coming. The first version of the Holiday Gomez is shipping now. This is the version with the coupon, but if you buy the other version, which is the other big news, that the holiday items are actually back in stock on Mezco. So you can go in now, and they're guaranteed in stock shipping right now. So if you're trying to get these before the holidays and follow along with the Advent calendar, you do have another opportunity to possess these. And like we had the in-stock sale that I think we talked about on the last podcast, that's over now, but we were saying that they might find more stuff in the warehouse to go ahead and ship as part of this thing. And that's when the Gotham by Gaslight Joker went back up and the Christopher Reeve Superman went back up. But as of today, the Classic Edition Wonder Woman is back up as well. So this is buy now, presumably in stock, hopefully shipping right away. So if you backtrack, a friend of mine actually locally, he had this on waitlist from months after this drop. After basically when we started talking, I got he started looking at Mezco and he's like, oh, they have a Wonder Woman. He loves Wonder Woman. So he's like, I'll jump on the wait list for this Wonder Woman. And his actually converted a couple of weeks ago. So this is, they got some Wonder Womans in the warehouse. They're fulfilling wait lists and they got a few extra in stock right now. And this is a exclusive from 2 years ago. So if nothing else, it's a good opportunity to not pay scalper price or aftermarket price on it. So yeah, just basically a few more things that are back in stock. There's the Wonder Woman, there's the Advent calendar shipping now, and then the Holiday Gomez with the without the coupon, I should say. No $20 coupon with this version, but there you go. And they got a new sweater, which I might have spent my points on to get for free. So I'm only paying $9 shipping on this.
You got to say, how many of those did you get, pal?
I just got one. I spent my points on it. Whatever,
I don't believe you.
It's all good.
How many did you get?
No, you know what I mean? I just got one. Why would I get more than one?
I don't know, Fabio. I've asked that question many times to you.
I don't know. I don't know if this is a one to rock, one to stock kind of situation.
Can you imagine? Keep it in the plastic. Worth more.
Maybe if I had hanger racks as part of my display.
20 years from now, bud, this is going to be the vintage that I'm chasing. Damn, you remember when they had that Rumble Society sweatshirt?
Yeah.
And Fabio was imploring me to get it.
You're going to find it at Buffalo Exchange in 10 years. You'll see.
Yep. It's going to be there, baby.
Yeah. Really funny. All right, yeah, that's actually it for Mezco. Just more stuff in stock. The other thing about the sweater, maybe it has a new crypto cog code on the tag. Ooh,
Sweet
Oh,
Jesus.
God.
yeah.
Spend
that's-
It's gonna be like in the
$45
tag
to
of the
save
sweater, just see.
10%.
it's gonna be on like the laundry tag on the inside right here.
Oh, that's where it's gonna be for sure.
Oh yeah, next to a couple of other cryptic symbols.
So just a recap though, the stuff that's shipping right now, the like Rumble Society stuff is the Hood's Vapor, the cousin Eddie,
Yeah, the advent calendar, the holiday Gomez,
and the Holiday Gomez, right? Okay.
and as of today,
You know
I
what?
just got my shipping notice today for the Black Mosquatch.
Somebody sent me a funny video of I don't know who it was, but they were like supposedly reviewing the Holiday Gomez,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it was not really. Who was that?
probably
I
Tiny.
forget.
Sunny something?
Tiny. I think Tiny got it, right?
Tiny
that-
got it, yeah.
Was that Tiny that did that video?
I don't know if he did the video, but he definitely told me
that
like, look,
wasn't
I
Tiny
got
that
it.
did the
Yeah, he like
video.
made a Gomez and a holiday sweater out of like duct tape, like like, hey, I got it. It's the new Gomez. Look, it's it's a meme video.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
a mean video because we can't have a sense of humor about this.
Very funny.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, that's it for Mezco.
That's it. A lot of stuff. I'm gonna get like 3 packages next week. It's gonna be nuts. And I got my vapor today actually, but I have no space to whip it out right now. Things are.
I had
in
got the
flux.
Casino Gomez too. That shit and Vapor sitting in the box in a corner of my office. I haven't even opened it.
Get that Casino Gomez in your life. He's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm selling it.
All right. That's sad.
All right. What else we got?
Next up is Super 7.
Next up is Super 7.
All right. What's going on with the soups? Super 7s.
WB stuff, baby.
That's it. They have they showed off
We've been talking about the TMNT van for a couple of weeks now. You know, that's that big 450 price pointer that we're looking
That's
at.
that overpriced piece of plastic that we've been talking about.
Hey, real quick. If you passed up on
Overpriced, buddy.
Man, you missing out. This is actually a pretty nice set, man. All of the figures are pretty nice. They gave them all interchangeable hands. The bearded look for Captain Britain looks really good. This is only going to go up in value once they announce Phoenix to round out this core team. We already got Nightcrawler. That's already a very hard figure to get right now, and it's expensive. But once they announce Phoenix, and you get to complete this sort of like core team here, this set is going to be super duper expensive, and so is Nightcrawler. So you should hop on it. My bad. Super 7.
Well, I guess the only thing we've talked about the van or whatever, but I mean, if this more and more proves why you got to start picking sides and picking like single companies to stick to, because if you're a TMNT collector and that's like your thing, I can see why it's hard to not buy everything because all of it is so good. But you know, as far as the NECA stuff, as far as like even if you get the Playmate stuff, like they're like retro carded stuff, you know, so there's a lot of options out there. But more and more when it comes to these like big single releases, something like this is hard to justify if you're like someone who collects everything from TMNT. But if you're a TMNT guy and you have drawn lines in the sand and said, all right, from this point forward, I'm only collecting the Super 7 stuff, then this is like, you know, you got the scratch to swing this because you're not out here buying from all these other lines.
You know, it's like, is this equal to a HasLab Sentinel or a Galactus? Because I don't think so. It's like hard for me to see this value
In
in that price.
engineering and all that, yeah.
Even if I was like, even if I was a big Turtles person, I'd be like, damn, dude, at this price point, like this thing better do a lot more than have a swing out arm.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it has definitely fewer moving parts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like there better be the headlights better work. Like this has got to be a little tricked out.
Yeah, right. I mean, if you see the exploded view and everything, yeah, I don't think it's going to come with LEDs, not that I know of, but no, you're right about that for sure.
Gotta have some, baby.
Little something for that price. 050 is steep.
But
Yeah.
that's another thing where it's a case of hey, it's meant to look like the retro thing. The retro thing didn't have any
Sure.
lights,
You know,
So
the
there is
retro
that.
thing wasn't 450.
and that's
sure.
what the nostalgia buy does to you, is that it's just you're paying a big price to satisfy that nostalgia itch. But that was what we talked about last week. This week they had a couple new wave reveals for a couple of their lines. We'll start with Thundercats Wave 5. Hey,
How many of those waves have released already, though? Really?
I think one or two, honestly. I know one of
Oh,
them is
God.
one of the later waves, like Wave 3 is coming out before Wave 2 or something.
That's so weird.
But so far we got some NFTs of what will be Wave 5.
Christ.
I can just right here click to save as, and then I can save this and then sell it for crypto. That's how it works.
Real quick,
Yeah.
did you see that interview with Keanu Reeves where they're talking about NFTs?
Oh no! Where
happened?
he fucking balls on NFTs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't heard this. What is this?
It's who
Oh,
did the interview? Is
yeah.
it The Verge, Rick?
Yeah, something like that. If you Google it, it's huge because the NFT community is pissed.
Yeah, it is
Man.
hilarious. Like I've dabbled in like NFT memes, and I always see like NFT bros like come in on those, and like they're kind of pressed. They are hella pressed.
Oh man,
about
the comments on Twitter when that clip gets posted is always like, "But does he really understand them, or is he just trying to be funny?"
Yeah. What do I care what some actor thinks about NFTs?
Yeah, what does Keanu know about NFTs, bro?
Oh my god. Yeah.
He
So they
still
were
rides
doing.
the subway. He's not the person to ask about NFTs.
What show was he on?
I'm
He
about
was
to
being
look it up,
interviewed like by The Verge or something, just like Pancho said. He's being interviewed by like GQ or something random like that.
That's it.
He
I
It's like
don't,
a
I don't know if
huge
it's the
clip
same
right now.
interview, but the only one I've seen of him is the one where they're like, "Hey, are you aware that people have modded Cyberpunk so that your Johnny Silverhand model is one of the the Joy toys?"
stupid.
Oh, I
And
got the
he's
clip of it.
like,
I got the clip
"No,
of it.
I haven't
it
heard
is The
that,
Verge.
but I love it. I support it. People should do that 100%."
I just sent it to you, Fabio. It's in the mod chat. It's hilarious. There's nothing better than this.
Yeah. Let's listen to this.
I will
actually.
watch this for the first time. Wait, hang on. It's only 15 seconds. Wow,
Yeah.
this should be fun.
Buy these NFTs for $50. And so, like, when you think about the concept of digital scarcity and things that are, they can't be copied, that are easily reproduced. Well,
Fucking laugh after.
Yo, that's so funny.
One more time. That's such a great reaction. Can we get that on the drops?
but they're not the same.
Oh my god.
That's his laugh. I thought that was Poncho for a second.
No, that's Keanu, baby.
One more time.
Well, but they're not the same.
I love the interviewer that obviously has money in NFTs that goes like,
Yeah.
but they're not the same.
They're not
Yeah.
the same. They're not the same at all.
He's looking for validation so hard from Johnny Silverhand.
It's so funny
But they're not the
because
same.
that interview is like, so they're interviewing Keanu.
This is the
and
same interview, by the way, as the other question.
Yeah. They're interviewing them because they recently put out the Matrix teamed up with Unreal Engine 5, which is the newest iteration of Unreal Engine, for an experience. They're not calling it a demo; they're calling it an experience. It came out for
Yeah,
PC,
I've seen that.
Came out for PC, PS5, Xbox One. They basically just created the highest quality models of Neo and Trinity and everybody. And then the gimmick of the experience is for like the first 5 minutes, you legitimately think it's just footage that they shot, but it is it's like a video game. Like they just rendered it in engine, which is crazy. And the whole interview is talking about the parallels between, what the Wachowskis predicted with the Matrix, and like how, like the whole thing is just like very saturated in like, just like the future and like digital assets and all that stuff. And then they start talking about NFTs. It's just the funniest shit ever.
Yeah, man, you could totally tell that the interviewer was looking for like a David Bowie level of like insightful like his support of it, and he was
Yeah.
he just totally fucking did not like it. But they're not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
Looking for validation,
Oh,
man.
True.
had that desperate voice of his, man.
Yeah,
But
this
yeah,
is-
the whole gimmick is that this is all rendered in Unreal 5, right?
Yeah. Like the cityscape, like you could, after looking at like, Keanu Reeves and Carrie Ann, after a while, the uncanny valley thing starts setting in, then you can tell that it's a render. But like these cityscapes, like it's indistinguishable from the real world. You would never be able to tell me that that's a video game that's running on my Xbox.
This is supposed to be based on which Matrix?
It's just like it's based on Matrix 1. So they used assets from Matrix 1. They probably use like the same filter and shit. They used like
those cars look pretty 90s.
Yeah, so like it's cool. But yeah, the whole like Keanu like dogging on NFTs was like the funniest shit ever. The reason I was reminded of it was because you were talking about snake oil earlier. And then somebody in this thread said something about like NFTs are just snake oil. And then some guy's like, no, I can touch snake oil. Or some snake oil's real or something. It's so fucking funny.
Hey, you can use it to refill your dead eye.
And then all the memes in this thread are like the funniest shit ever. Like my favorite one I saw was it was just like a guy on a couch and a therapist next to him, and it said, "Are the NFTs with us in this room right now?"
That's very funny.
It's hilarious.
And the answer is technically yes.
It's just so funny. Like Rick brought up that like guys that are super into NFTs, like they're just like very pressed about it. Every reply is the same. It's, you guys just don't get it. You don't get NFTs. Like, and then everybody's calling them out. Like, how come when it gets to this point of the conversation, that's all you guys say? Explain it to me. Help me get it. Like, do you get it?
And explain to me. And it's hard to explain to me like why what I say is wrong. Like when they're like, no, but you don't own it, even though you right click and save. Like, but how do I not own it? It's on my hard drive. I could take my hard drive with me anywhere. Like, I own it. Like, what do you mean? Like, and it's just it's hard to have that conversation with them because they just don't want to have it.
Well, it's easier for me to understand and be accepting of something if I'm talked down to while being.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, anyway,
I don't even know what topic this was.
That was Super 7.
That was Super 7.
In fact, we have just begun Super 7. This was the jumping on point.
Oh God. Oh yeah, we haven't talked about the WB stuff either though. That was pretty huge, man. It was even on.
Yeah, this is just the new wave of Thundercats. I'll get us in there. Here's Evil Lion-O. Ooh,
Christ.
There was an Evil Lion-O?
Mirror Lion-O. Come on.
Mirror Lion-O. This one, I believe this wave is also touting new pinless joints moving forward, so very cool.
That's crazy.
That's good.
Those joints can't move forward.
These all just sound like lawyers. You got your Panthros and your Vulturemen and your Jackalmen.
There is a law.
All right.
The law offices of Vulturemen and Jackalmen.
Vulture and Jackalman.
Yeah. But yeah, these are up on Super 7 right now, along with, and we wanted to get there.
Speaking of big,
it's time for Anime X.
Yeah, that Yakko head is huge.
Yeah, it is ridiculously big.
So
it reminds me of that Eddie Brock figure that came, the Venom with the Eddie
so
Brock
huge head. He said so
Wait.
huge head.
Hey, Boog's in on the joke too. Wait, why is it not here? Where are the pictures?
Yeah, where the hell are the pictures of Wacko?
I don't know. That's weird. Let me just go on Super 7. Hang on.
Kevin Johnson hit us with 10 while we wait.
Hey, what up, KJ?
Yo,
Thanks to the squad
baby.
as always. Merry
The man.
Christmas, Happy
Thank you.
Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Merry Festivus. Incredible. Hit all the pillars.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Exactly.
I'll never forget the time my teacher in high school, I think it's Luther Vandross, has a Happy Kwanzaa song and played it like the whole period. It was hilarious. It was like, and the
Damn.
crazy part was he wasn't even black. He was a white minister.
Luther Vandross? Were you in a jacuzzi when he played this?
Let's just say I don't remember much of the night, Father.
but you don't forget Luther.
But I don't forget the sweet sounds of Luther singing "Happy Kwanzaa."
Real quick, my go-to Christmas song is Patti LaBelle, "This Christmas." Have you seen that video where she's like singing "This Christmas," but she has no backup singers and she doesn't know the words, and she has somebody on cue cards in front of her. So the song is her like, "This Christmas, honey, next cue card, honey, next cue card, this Christmas, where my backup singers?" Like, so funny. I'll send it to you guys.
You know what you really got to do? You got to listen to the Ying Yang Twins Christmas album.
Oh no!
That's what
I'm trying to have a good Christmas.
Hey man, they're twerking. It's Christmas. Come on.
Oh, man. What better time to twerk?
That's it.
But yes, the Animaniacs are coming, along with Pinky and the Brain, which I think honestly have the most potential out of for anybody just kind of trying to dip their toes, interested. This might be worth the investment, in fact. But what we got here, what Super 7 is hitting us with is Pinky and the Brain.
Whoa!
First wave. This is just the first wave, so hopefully there's more to come. But
Jesus Christ!
What are they fucking smoking, bro?
I thought that was a voice clip of Crash Bandicoot for a second. Jesus.
Pinky.
275, man. I don't know.
Yeah, so they're 55 each, and they're truly ultimated out in terms of it's a lot of accessories. Here we go. That's the picture I was looking for.
I mean, I guess.
That chalk, the board. I don't know. Hopefully, it actually
it's
dings when you touch it with the stick. Oh, and he actually comes with a little pointing stick. Look at that. How fun is that?
They definitely nail it with the accessories, like the board, like that. When you think of Animaniacs, like you think of those two songs.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh, for sure. But still, not for.
Boog, were you?
No.
Was this? Did you miss this? Were you in on the Animaniacs back then?
I mean, I watched it. I was kind of aged out of this at the time, but I still watched it. It was some shit that was on. I still watched it.
Okay. Because this would be on the same programming block as like Batman animated series, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
They had a lot of references too, like pop culture references. So like,
right.
Even if you were like a little older, kind of still got it.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like that's how I was introduced to a lot of stuff. Like definitely like Orson Welles was definitely first introduced to me through this.
Yeah.
And that Pinky sounds like Orson Welles. Or I'm sorry, the Brain.
I was about to say, did you just call the Brain Pinky?
No. Excuse me.
That one.
But that's why I think Pinky and the Brain might be kind of the more accessible ones for people, not trying to really go too, deep on Super 7 stuff, because at the scale they might work kind of in 1-1. So you could fudge it into some kind of those real world Toy Story style displays.
True.
Yeah, you could go to the thrift and easily find somebody's thrown away hamster cage and do a setup, no problem.
Or just put your details on its side.
There you
go. You could just make a cage Dio, and that's just where you display these boys all the time.
Cage Dio, baby.
That's right. So that's cool, I guess.
I don't know. So wait a minute. Let me get this straight. So Pinky and the Brain are pretty much the same size as any other Super 7 Ultimates figure that they put out, right?
I would imagine they'll be a little smaller, probably more like closer to 5-inch. I don't know that these will be like toe to toe with Lion-O, you know what I mean?
Is there like a product description that'll say like these are like blank amount of centimeters?
Okay, let's check out the Brain, for example.
There's no sizing. 7-inch scale figure.
7-inch scale, but I don't know.
But what's the scale?
Maybe Pinky is 7-inch, and the Brain is closer to that difference. Maybe the 7-inch ones are on the taller side. Not sure.
These guys aren't 7-inch at all. I mean, a 7-inch scale at all. If like the other Animaniacs are 7-inch scale, and these guys are not in the 7-inch scale.
Right.
I mean, they're not to scale with each other because I think the Animaniacs are like they're.
They're
I
like
mean, they're
4
not as
feet.
tall as the humans on that show, right?
Yeah, like 3 or 4 feet. But like
Yeah,
Pinky and the
yeah.
Brain are
So
like,
maybe if that's the case, maybe if they end up doing like Professor Scratch and Sniff or Hello Nurse, those will be 7-inch, and these will be scaled to that. You know
Sure.
what I mean?
I can see that.
But Pinky and the Brain, I think, are kind of their own thing because if they're rats, they're clearly meant to be like handheld, by the 7-inch scale in this scale
Yes.
figures.
There's
So-
no way that's
Is
happening.
that right? Is that what we're doing? So then that would mean that they're like 1/1 scaled.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's the thing about the Pinky and the Brain is that they could be 1/1 scale, and you could incorporate them into I don't know maybe
into
like
real world sort of sized
right.
things.
Bring it over to if your girlfriend has a hamster or something, you can go ahead and put it in their cage.
Yeah. Okay. I got you. I kind of fuck with that scaling and the possibilities for taking pictures and stuff. That's pretty cool. But I ain't fucking with this price though. Sorry.
That's crazy.
Well, you'd only be $110 in if you're just getting Pinky and the Brain,
Dude,
which is as a set for 110. I feel like if that was released as a single thing, there would be a justification for it.
Earlier when we were talking about the Turtle Van, I was gonna say that Super 7 always touts themselves as like almost like a collector, like what do we call those? Designer line, and that's why they can get away with the price point too. Like, granted, they do give you a lot of accessories and they make it as much as they can like worth the price. And I was gonna say earlier that excuse me, the Turtle Van is really like the test. Like, can you really? They're really kind of like touting the line. Like $400 for a Turtle Van is like kind of nuts. On the other end of the spectrum, two 4-inch rats for $100. Like, I don't know, dude. Like that's also another thing too. Like, and then they're not
How much was that Tom and Jerry set?
The Tom and Jerry set was like $50.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
And it was Tom and Jerry, and it had multiple faceplates. And it wasn't even real. It was like a third party.
Yeah. That's the other thing too. Yeah, it wasn't even one of the major companies. So imagine. Mm-hmm. I guess you could look at it in a way that if it was a major company, then maybe it would have been almost this price. It's still cheaper though.
Tyron Weston in chat says they aren't 4-inch. I mean, like, are these 7 inches? Am I really in it for a 7-inch Pinky? Like, that's fucking crazy. Why would I want a Pinky that's 7 inches tall? That's nuts.
Yeah, like have you ever seen that back when this is gonna be so random, but back when the movie Ratatouille came out, they made like Remy and his brother, and they're like fucking 9 inches tall. And they're like articulated and talk, so they're like essentially like 1/1 scale, and it's like, what why did you make them like this? Yeah, like real pizza rat shit.
Yeah, true.
And it's just like these remind me of that. Like, if these things are really that big, like, my God.
Wade in chat is saying that the specs on the website say they're 5 inches.
That one says 7 inches. So Brain would be 5 and this would be 7. That makes sense, I guess.
I mean, so these are all semantics. Like, the size of these guys is whatever. I mean, like, for me personally, like, this is nuts. $55 for what is this, like 8 points of articulation? Like, I'm good. Of course,
if that.
I'm just like paraphrasing here too. Don't take my words as gospel. It's an elbow, hand, so that's 4, and then like the feet, and then the torso and the head. It's like but Pinky has more, but like still, like that's wild. Like, I got to be in love with this fucking magnet to even consider spending. Like, I mean, obviously this is for like super fans of this. I mean, like, I like Pinky and the Brain, I like Animaniacs and stuff, but I'm not like a huge like super fan of this stuff.
So yeah, the taller ones in the set here are Pinky and Yakko, And then Brain and actually Wacko is 5.5 and Dot I think is 5.5 too. So Pinky is the shortest one. Oh, she's 5.25. So, they're I guess scaled to each other. But that's what I was saying as far as if these are on that 7-inch scale and the 7-inch on the taller end is represented by these figures here, then that means when we do get the humans in the line, they'll be severely undersized
Yeah,
going
they're
up
gonna be
against
huge.
so I don't imagine
10-inch humans.
exactly like on that front it would be tough for them to see them go too far with this outside of these main kind of characters here.
I can't imagine them doing humans. Like, which human
No,
from this
I
show
can't
is
see
Dr. Scratch and Sniff and
yeah,
Hello
I
Nerd.
guess. Yeah, you're very right. Yeah, I mean, but like, those guys, like, I don't know. When I think of Animaniacs, I think of these 5 characters. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if they
When I think
do
of
others, yeah, I
Animaniacs-
can see them for sure. But
When I think of Animaniacs, I think of these characters and the moment where Dot is told to fingerprints.
yeah, fingerprints.
And,
I don't think so.
Yeah, those,
Yeah,
those are like the only. I don't think so. Those are like
I
the
can-
only.
I
things
could see them
think of.
doing you know how they had that movie Wacko's Wish? I could see them doing
They do have
variant
Wacko's Wish.
looks from that movie. And when I think of Animaniacs, I also think of Freakazoid. So if we get a Super 7 Ultimates Freakazoid in the 7-inch scale, Freakazoid's going to be head-to-head with Yakko and Pinky here.
Yeah, it's going to be wild. A lot of people in chat are saying the pigeons. Bro, do not put the evil on us of $55 pigeons. I don't care if we, I don't care if we get 3 in a pack.
Don't you dare put that on me, Bobby. Don't you dare put that on me.
It's going to happen. I think that's it then, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
hope they do
honestly,
Orson Welles
all that
from
being
this,
said,
too,
I know
by
it's
the way.
what was that, Fabio?
I hope they do Orson Welles from this too, where they make fun of him for being drunk in the wine commercial or whatever.
Oh my God. Could you imagine?
What a legacy. I mean, we already got one Orson Welles figure,
Oh my God.
Unicron.
Oh, Unicron.
All right, that was our hour-long segment about Pinky and the Brain and Animaniacs.
On the ridiculous scale.
It's a great scale.
All right, what's next? We spent way too long on that shit. Come on.
What is next?
Mythic Legions.
Oh, I love those guys.
Yeah.
They did a surprise drop on Krampus, our Christmas wishes.
That was what we were talking about last week. People were telling us that the day after we had the podcast last week, that next morning was going to be a drop of something. We don't know what. Well, we didn't know what at the time, but it has since been revealed. And it was the Krampus. No?
Hell yeah.
It's not loading. I don't know where it is.
You know what, seeing this figure, it inspired me to just sculpt my own fucking Krampus, because there's no way that I like, this thing sold out like crazy fast.
I can't even find the page.
It's gone. It's gone. The page is gone, because I had it.
Everything is sold out except for the.
I had it up,
in.
and then because I was contemplating on getting it, and then I literally thought about it for maybe, I don't know, an hour, and then I went back and it was gone.
You could look at the Krampus on Trevor's Instagram.
Yes, very true.
Trevor.
Oh yeah, I was looking it up on Four Horsemen here on the
Big
side.
Daddy T.
There he is. Here is your photo, Trevor.
Hell yeah.
Damn, that's a sick ass figure.
It's really
cool.
Is
the Krampus.
Great,
very, very nice.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's so interesting about this? It's it's really cool seeing because there's obviously a huge subset, sub fan base of just custom sculpted heads that people just put on Mythic Legions. There's a whole community out there for just custom sculpts specifically for Mythic Legions, and I think it's really cool that they're all yeah, why don't we just do this shit, man? Just take a couple of our orc bodies and whatever, and let's just sculpt a Krampus head and throw it on there. Get some snow, throw it in Photoshop, and let's sell this shit. Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, and they did it. And how much was this per figure?
I think it's $50 for the Krampus, right? Could be wrong.
Now look at that Super 7, an actual 7-inch figure.
Can you imagine that? A 7-inch figure?
But yeah, Krampus is gone. But we can all
Like
live
that.
vicariously through Trevor's photos.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. I was super bummed that I didn't get in on this. Like I missed out on the initial drop, and then it went back up the following day, and then I missed that too.
Yeah, and you said you only thought about it for 2 minutes and it was already sold out.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah,
of
because
course I'm
it came out
paraphrasing
twice,
here, but
right? There was a second drop later in the day.
yeah, that sold out too. So it is what it is.
On this Yuletide Demon.
I think this is a smaller. This isn't one of the bigger figures, so this has to be that 45 to whatever price point.
I thought it was 55.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, 55. And what's funny about us saying like, "Hey, Super 7, look what Four Horsemen can do." Four Horsemen did the party wagon and a lot of the stuff for Super 7. So
But,
not really
but you
telling
know
anybody
what?
anything.
You know what? But they don't own Super 7 and they definitely don't price these things.
That's all.
No, that's true. All right. Oh, and there was a touching tribute to a recently departed member of the Mythic Legion's Cabal, Justin Johnson. So go check out the whole post. Read this on Trevor's page, I believe, and on Four Horsemen's page. And as the long and short of it is that as a tribute to Justin, they're going to be releasing a one of a kind, like handmade, 3D printed by Four Horsemen, and then like created as like a one-time raffle to raise funds for Justin's family. So
nice.
Go and check out the Cabal Facebook group, and I'll get all the details on Four Horsemen Studios on Instagram. It's a great tribute, one of a kind figure. And then if the character, the head that they create exclusively for this ends up in the line, later down the pipe, then
nice.
There'll always be the exclusivity of this first one. Still
This figure's really sick, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, Trevor's saying the figure will be available too, so I don't even have to be cagey about it. So this is a one of a kind, like first run kind of thing, but it seems like he will end up in the line.
Very good, very good.
Dwarf
and yeah,
nuts.
he said it was up for like an hour. Yeah, of course. Like it was up for a while, but like, I just had that shit in my cart. Some stuff came up, and then I went back to buy it, and it was gone.
My God.
So it was a $50 price point.
Yeah, 50. That
on the Krampus, the Krampus, which
Jesus Christ
sounds delicious. That's what you leave out for Santa along with cookies, or tea and Krampus, right? That's what you leave for Santa. We move on.
Surprisingly, I've eaten a lot of crumpets in my life.
Oh.
If there's one person you had to ask me who's eating crumpets, I'd say it's Boog.
Well, it's Boog Nice, of course. Next up is SHF.
That is my British.
I like real line, by the way, on this Krampus as well.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. We're doing SHF.
Yes.
And what is there to SHF?
They put out the figures for the Star Wars thing, isn't it?
Oh snap!
Some more this site is no good typically for like SH Figure Art stuff. This doesn't update fast enough. We did this one last week, Fabio.
Yeah, we talked about this last week.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's from the animated show.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know.
Exclusive to Target.
Exclusives.
Target exclusive in the United States, baby.
Is this not it? Yeah, I guess it's not on here.
No, it's not going to be there.
Trash.
Happens all the time on that website.
I know. Yeah, it is a lot of stuff to keep. I mean, sometimes it's on the other sites and stuff, but I know exactly. I'll pull up the pictures from the chat here.
Unreal how fast they sold out on Target. It's nuts.
Well, I don't know. Is it unreal?
It's unreal.
It's Unreal Engine 5, right?
Oh my God. Yeah, it
I mean,
really
look
wasn't
at the
up
buildings
for a
around
while,
you. You can't even tell, Poncho.
What was that?
I can't find these photos.
I said, look at the buildings around you. You won't even be able to tell.
That's true. What is
Come
real?
on, man.
I've been here before. Yeah, they put up these two little guys. A lot of people are kind of pressed. They chose this short story to put out instead of like some of the other ones that may have had a more interesting story than this one. Yeah, dude. Like, if who animated this? Studio Bones, right, Rick? Isn't it?
No, I think this one is Studio Trigger.
Oh, Trigger. Yeah, yeah. If you put out a piece of paper with all the studios making stuff for this movie, and they said pick one, I'd pick the Studio Trigger one for sure.
Yeah, this one and the Samurai one.
Yeah.
Like those would be the ones that I would say like, yeah, those would get made. That's what I would say. I don't know what people are talking about. I mean, I know the consensus online pretty much is everybody pissed that it's not the Samurai guy.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep telling everybody like, dude, if they made these two, you think they're not gonna fucking make the Samurai Man?
Very true.
Like, are we serious? Like,
I just shared the Target links in the chat. If y'all
hell
want
yeah, baby.
shout out to my man Animal Beast 13, Nick Fury, aka Nick Fury, just sent me those.
Yeah, man. Shout out Nick Fury, man. What a guy.
Snap is saying $85 price point. What does it even come with? That's another thing. Like the Target website is pretty vague.
Yeah, we don't know. Like, I don't think anybody's really posted what they come with. Did somebody in Japan? No, right?
Nobody's posted anything about like any of the faceplates or extra hands or any of that shit. So it's wild. Spot the dog's really shit in the bed with this one.
Yeah, I would have bought them. I got a Target card, so I'd have saved some money. But
10%, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I'd have done it, baby. I'd have done it on them, but sold out.
It is what it is, man. A lot of people are pressed about $85. That's definitely Hasbro's grip in full effect, dude. Like these are, this is like in direct competition with Black Series, so it has to be a certain price point.
Man, I mean, let alone this isn't just like on Big Bad Toy Store here. This is on Target.
Yeah.
So I'm sure like if this is going to be in the stores at all, they were really pressured into like, don't you fucking dare make this under $85.
True. And casual reminder, that is a real practice that Hasbro does put out. Like that's in their contract. Like when Bandai brings imports over and they're in the same like window, like 6-inch scale, it cannot be anywhere close to the price point of what they already have on shelves, like the $20 price point. That's why whenever these SHFs came out, like when like all these Avengers SHFs were coming out, people are like, why is this Black Panther like $90 and he comes with like a bunch of rocks? Why? It's because they had to make a special SKU for it to not compete with Marvel Legends. So it is what it is. It's just business, baby.
Every Avenger comes with something random, just like Poncho said. They come with rocks. They come with the ground effects. They come with the lightning effects. Like they do it on purpose to up that price point and be able to sell it at Barnes and Noble and what have you. So
yeah, exactly. It is what it is.
And this is what it is.
That's it.
Was that it for SHF?
There was, I guess so. Yeah. The only thing I'll say,
I see coolers shipping to a lot of people in the States. Mine actually converted on Big Bad Toy Store too, so it's on my pile of loot right now.
Damn,
so the other thing is that anybody that ordered TN, you've been starting to get your shipping notification.
No, he was delayed.
No, I just got a shipping notification.
Did you really? You better check
Dude,
that.
it's even on my
Well.
It's on my FedEx app as well.
Well,
it tells me P Bandai.
Oh shit! No, what? Holy fuck! I just got mine.
Poncho, you son of a gun! Egg on your face.
That's so crazy.
That was me with the mom watch earlier today.
But yeah, so earlier in the week, like they sent out the email saying like, "Hey, sorry, Tian's not going to make the shipping window," and that's been pretty run of the mill, par for the course for the last couple of Bluefin releases for Dragon Ball SHF. There is this little thing called a global pandemic happening, and it's affecting this little thing called the global shipping economy.
More like plandemic.
Why don't you put on your thinking cap, Poncho?
That's true. exactly. Sorry.
Who has to benefit from all of this, huh? Have you ever thought of that?
So when I got the email, so they sent out an email maybe a couple of weeks ago saying that TN will be shipping December 6th through 8th or something. And I was like, there's no way, dude. Like, if Cooler is shipping, like, they're going to give us...
Where'd you get TN from?
From
Where'd you guys
Bandai.
order TN? And so how do I already have them?
Well, because you got the import version.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like, TN came out
Toy-
forever ago. But Premium
okay.
Bandai, like, you know, that's just the Bluefin thing. So also, like, yeah, like, there's a lot of, like, weird... like terminology like floating around, like P Bandai and all that stuff. P Bandai is just Bluefin's redistribution of SHFs. Like, it's always been that way.
Right?
What's up?
Stateside, though, basically.
Yes, exactly. So Bluefin is the distributor for Dragon Ball SHFs in the States, whereas Bandai is the distributor overseas, right? So like so that's why whenever you get SHFs from like an American retailer, there's like a sticker on it. A sticker that says Bluefin, you peel it off, and then there's just like the original packaging right there. It's just like relicensed for the United States. And like it's always been like this, even before P Bandai was available to Americans, right? But like the time just like the difference just used to be like a month or whatever, but now with like everything going on, it's more like 3 months or whatever. So all that being said, I got an email from P Bandai saying that like your TN will ship December 6th through 8th, and I was like, there's no way, because Cooler is going to ship the same time. Am I going to get Cooler and TN in the same week? That's wild. And then I think like December 7th, they sent the email out, and they're all like, hey, he's late. I don't care about the TN being late, but like at least tell me before the window. Like I'm in the window waiting for like a tracking number, and then like they're all like, hey, sorry, it's not gonna be here. It's like your friend inviting you out, and then you're in the parking lot waiting. Hey, I'm not gonna come. All right, why didn't you tell me earlier?
We told you, hey man, be outside at 7:30. I'm gonna be by to pick you up, and then you're out there at 7:30, and he's like, dude, my girlfriend got COVID, and I gotta go take care of her, man. I can't go. Like, what? Why did you tell? You didn't? You just found out 2 seconds ago she got COVID? No, I've known all day, but I just didn't. I just forgot. See you later.
But yeah, TN is coming soon. Hell yeah, I'm very excited. Somebody, Snap in chat says, what's nuts is Bardock was available for a month and sold out quickly on BBTS. Yeah, man, it's a cycle, dude. Like Bardock, it's also just a regular release, but now he's going for like almost a bill. Like 70 or 80 or whatever.
You can't be serious.
And like, even though he is a regular release, I don't know when they'll plan on re-releasing him. It's kind of strange. I don't see, like, you can always kind of like figure out when they're going to re-release like a Goku. Like Goku will always sell, but like a Bardock is kind of strange for them to just do whatever, but whatever. No big deal.
My God.
But yeah, I got Cooler came. I got my coolers. He's nice, great figure. And then I got
He's a big boy, huh?
He's huge. He's a big honking figure. I got my Super Saiyan 4 Goku too.
Is that so?
Yeah, it's great. I think it's.
Yeah, that's on my palette right now too. Actually, Cooler and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Yeah.
Mine is through Amazon, so.
What else is on this palette? Yeah, I mean Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
Nice.
I said 4. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Cooler, and Captain Carter is on there too.
Oh hell yeah!
Murder's Captain.
I need to ship my Power Loot too, because I have Super Saiyan 3 Gokus on my Power Loot. I have those Frankenberry and Count Choculas on my Power Loot.
I gotta ship out my HLJ. They're just like, please.
Yeah, did you get that?
For the
did you get that email during Black Friday? We're all like, hey, you got stuff in your private warehouse? You should ship it now for this crazy limited coupon. Did you get that?
Yep. Why don't you hop on our
dude.
site, log in, see this crazy limited coupon?
Nope. I had like a Harley in there, and then I was waiting for the Batman and Robin 2-pack to come out. Then I was gonna ship it, and it came out, and I shipped it, and it'll be here Monday. So very excited.
My God.
That's it.
I forgot to mention. I mentioned this in my in one of my updates this past week when we were talking about Legends, but somebody has sent me some pics of a Black Widow kit bash, basically on a new female buck that Hasbro's going to be using moving forward, which they, I guess, introduced first on Shriek. So I dropped a couple of pictures in the chat. I had showed a little video that he shared with me. Shout out to Matthew Maxwell. That he had shared with me. I had showed the video in my update video. But yeah, I could see Hasbro just definitely doing a classic sort of or black suit Black Widow over with this body.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I guess that does it for
See
SHF.
that?
That's really it. You want to talk TV film pickups, stuff like that, or no?
Yeah, we'll leave it at this graphic, obviously, because we have no control over that. Fabio stepped away for a second. So everyone enjoy this Target listing.
That's it, yeah. Boog, did you catch up on Hawkeye?
I did. I'm all caught up, actually.
Hell yeah. What are
Hell
your thoughts,
yeah.
man?
All the episodes. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. It's a fun show. It's a good sort of like daddy-daughter show. That's pretty cool to watch, I guess.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it. I'm not expecting too much out of it. I don't really want any big reveals or anything like that. I've pretty much learned to just not even like count on that stuff for some of the Marvel TV shows or whatever. But I do. I like I've been saying from the beginning. I'm excited to see how it all will tie into the overarching theme of this next phase of Marvel and how we'll be able to go back and see certain things or whatever the case may be. But in this moment, I'm enjoying it. I think it's pretty good. I think maybe the choreography could be a little better in some of the fight scenes and shit. But I actually like Hawkeye's character a lot in this. Like, it's just sort of like smug, sort of like real like old man, but still like kind of with it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting dynamic between him and Kate Bishop. I think they actually have good on-screen sort of chemistry, and I think they work well together. I like the Kate Bishop, the actress who plays Kate Bishop.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah,
Lee
I like it.
Steinfeld, baby.
I like it.
She's great in like pretty much everything she does.
Yeah.
That's what made
Yeah, I
Bumblebee
mean-
like pretty great. Like her performance in Bumblebee, really good too.
I still haven't seen Bumblebee.
Oh damn,
And I mean, oh man, you're really missing out. You haven't seen.
you
Bumblebee.
really are. Holy fuck, Bumblebee's actually
Yeah.
pretty
That-
great.
That's coming from a person who didn't like a lot of what Michael Bay did. Wow, that Bumblebee movie really knocked my proverbial socks off, man.
All right, I gotta check it out. I've been I was meaning to check it out as soon as I knew that there was a clear copy to see, but yeah, I don't know. That was obviously quite some time ago. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna definitely watch it. But yeah, I do like her. She's a good looking lady, and again, I think her acting and everything is pretty good.
Hell yeah.
What are you guys thinking? What are you guys expecting to see? I guess we all already kind of know where this may be going. We got the little cameo appearance in this past episode. A lot of speculation around Hawkeye's wife. So, what are you guys thinking? What do you want to see?
You know what's interesting? I was talking to Rick and David about this earlier. I used to be shout out David Walton. He just discovered New York Rock Stars. Shout out to Eric Voss as well. Do you watch those breakdowns, Boog? Guessing no.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
Do you watch like the breakdowns by like New Rock Stars with Eric Voss?
Yeah. I watch everybody's breakdowns.
Yeah, so
the Rock Stars, Emergency Awesome, Mr. Sunday Movies.
Yes, exactly. So
and
I used to be
another-
like heavy into watching those. Like after every episode, I like especially with like Vision and Loki and stuff. Like after every episode, I would do the rounds just like you, and I would watch everybody's breakdown. And then like their breakdowns also come with predictions and stuff. And like I was telling David and Rick earlier that for Spider-Man 3, I'm on like complete media blackout for those.
Oh yeah, me too. Actually, I haven't watched a lot of the breakdowns and stuff associated. I think I only watched the first one with that first trailer, maybe.
True.
But yeah, I've been staying away.
So like I'm not watching any of that stuff. I've watched like only the 2 big trailers that come out. I'm not watching any of the TV spots or anything because I know Sony is going to shit the bed and they're going to reveal every single cool scene and all these trailers and all these like TV spots or whatever. Learn my lesson with Amazing Spider-Man 2, so I'm not watching anything. So I've kind of stopped watching those videos for Spider-Man, but that's also like bleeding into Hawkeye too. So I haven't watched any of those breakdown videos for Hawkeye. So like I'm like experiencing this completely blind. I didn't read the comic run either, so I have no idea what's going on. And like,
okay, all right.
I really enjoy it. I enjoy not knowing what the fuck is going on.
yeah, it's good. It's that's definitely a good feeling. We in a day and age where we get like too much information. It's honestly like overload, sensory overload, every type of sensory overload. So, yeah. I'm with you. I'm happy that you are seeing it raw.
It's probably the way to do it too, because I watch like Boog, all of the spoiler things and all the breakdowns and everything, and then I'm ultimately disappointed when it's not exactly like the comics. Not really, but it is cool to see the connections and the homages and all that stuff. But I'm not, so stuck on a way that it has to be. But when it does kind of line up, it is cool.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm
do
loving
love
this
that,
show, man.
You're loving this show, Rick?
It's too good.
I really like that a lot of these shows get people to backtrack and go back to the comics that they are loosely based on and stuff like that. I love that sort of symbiotic relationship. Like, I love that. Anything that's going to get people to actually read comic books and go back and keep that alive, then I'm with it for sure. But yeah, this is a lot of elements from the Matt Fraction comic book run. A lot.
And there's 2 episodes left, so it's really starting to heat up. All the pieces are in place.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions about old dude's wife. Be interesting if she was Bobby. That's something that David Walton brought up. Be interesting.
Right,
I don't know.
Hawkeye's wife, who is she?
Yeah. She's definitely somehow tied to the quote unquote big bad of this series. It seems like in some way, whether she's Bobby or not, like she's tied in somehow.
I've seen that, or like the watch might be hers, and it protects her like identity as a Shield agent before she retired.
Yes.
But I don't know why that would be like at Avengers compound. You know what I mean? So I feel like it has to be something. I mean, it's not a MacGuffin quite yet because we don't know like that it's integral to anything, but it is a plot element for sure.
To be an element.
I hope they don't. I don't know. At this point, just because they've already done her on the TV show, as tenuous as the canon is on that now, but like, I don't know. It would just feel like a weird kind of retconning, a little more forced than making the kid in Iron Man 3 Spider-Man. If we were to suddenly say, "Hey, Linda Cardellini is Mockingbird."
I mean, if like nothing's gonna be done with her, who cares? Like they already act like Shield never existed. So.
Yeah.
It's like it's not a big deal, but I wouldn't care either way if she was Bobby or not. To be perfectly honest, because it doesn't seem like even if she was Bobby, that she would be like starring in the films like that or anything.
Yeah.
So I don't care either way.
I wouldn't care if she's like to be clear. I wouldn't mind if she's Mockingbird, but let's not suddenly make her. Oh, my name is actually Bobby Morse, not Laura. Whatever.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Mockingbird can be it's like a Black Widow. It's its own kind of Shield's version of the Black Widow, let's say, and there's multiple female Mockingbird agents.
Mm-hmm.
That would make a little more sense than just being like, hey, comic fans, wink, wink, I've been Bobby Morse all along. That feels like a little too fan servicey for the way Marvel likes to integrate that stuff.
Or it could just be that was like her secret agent, like undercover name or something like that.
Exactly.
You know? But yeah, looking forward to seeing how they cap this off in the next 2 episodes. And if you haven't been on this, it's a good show. I think we all agree that it's pretty good and worth a watch.
Do we think the big bad is Kingpin? That seems to be the big theory.
Yeah,
of course, once we seen him in that dojo, like, yeah, that's fucking D'Onofrio's big ass hand.
Yeah, when she was learning some Cobra Kai.
Yeah, and I can't believe this woman.
Daredevil's going to be coming back into the MCU, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I can't believe that Echo's going to be getting her own series. That's nuts. I wonder what they'll do with that.
Is that what's happening? I didn't know that.
Would I watch that?
They announced on Twitter, I think, that they're doing an Echo series, but
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll have to see how far this goes. Maybe she becomes the new Ronin or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I've not been, not like I hate the character or anything like that, but she's not been like a standout to me or anything.
Man, her dad was so lovable in that first episode with her, though.
Really was.
Yeah, man, that was rough.
For you non-comic readers, Echo was Ronin in the New Avengers run, and then oh wait, was it the other way around? First was Hawkeye? No, Echo was Ronin at first, and then Hawkeye took the mantle of Ronin. Yeah, that's how it went in the New Avengers run. We were speculating for a while. It was the big thing as to who Ronin was after it wasn't Maya Lopez anymore.
Right.
It was a big thing in those days when the comic books were.
I don't know if there's also the question of whether the watch is even tied to Ronin or if they're like two separate things and they're just making it seem like it's the same. Because if
it seems like they're two separate things to me.
Right. Because if she's looking for, the Ronin, the person in the Ronin suit that killed her father, then it couldn't have been Hawkeye's wife, in the suit, and he's trying to get the watch to protect her from being identified as the Ronin operating in that time. I think it wouldn't make any sense because Ronin was active during the blip, so she was already, out of existence, so she couldn't have been there.
Right.
So it's not like he's trying to get that back to protect her or trying to get the watch back for her. I'm not, I feel like they're trying to make it seem, but I'm with Rick. To me, it still seems like they're two separate things.
Yeah, I think we'll be in for some big surprises. I think they're trying to make some things very obvious to kind of throw you off the scent or whatever, so you could still kind of be surprised in the end. I think we may actually be in for something that not too many people saw coming. So we'll have to wait and see what else is going on in media and TV and movie and anything else.
Man, I have been telling anybody who will listen, you guys got to check out this Beatles documentary on Disney Plus. Speaking of Disney Plus,
Beatles documentary, okay.
Man,
yeah, dude,
it's good.
I'm gonna confess something that's gonna upset probably almost all of our viewers.
Oh boy, here we go.
I don't like the Beatles. I want to hold your hand. Fuck off, man.
All right. Well, if you watch this documentary, you may think otherwise. You may come around to liking.
I'm still, that aside, I'm still tempted to watch it because Marty, shout out to Marty. He hates the Beatles. I don't hate the Beatles. I just don't like them. He hates the Beatles, and he said it was still good to watch. So maybe I'll still give it a watch.
It's just brilliantly done, more than anything.
My God. I should check it out. Even if I don't like the Beatles, yeah, he said that it's good even if you don't like them, so.
Very nice.
Yeah, more than anything, it's just interesting to see. It's so, raw in a way, because it was just basically compiled of what was meant to be a documentary at that time to go along with what was going to culminate in, a big concert film or, a big TV special or something, but, none of it ever ended up happening, so there's, all these hours of audio and video recordings that never got put to anything, and they're just all restored, and you get to see it's just open mics, live mics, just all the time. You get to hear all these like ambient conversations of, you know, between the Beatles, just kind of talking about contemporaries, you know, in their time, talking about how great Clapton is at guitar, and you know how the Beach Boys or somebody have a certain type of like 8-track mixer that they should have. Like, you know, it's just interesting in that way.
Wait, are you talking about the Beach Boys that suggest 2 girls for every guy?
Well, that's just a proper
those
race, you know.
Beach
You
Boys?
want to walk into a party and see that there's a proper race.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's a clip that went kind of viral that was what eventually made me watch it, which was just Paul McCartney pulling the song "Get Back" kind of like out of thin air. He just kind of starts jamming and starts like harmonizing to it, and even from like its first kind of steps in inception, you can like see the song, and nobody around him is really like even taking notice. Like they're reading the newspaper and yawning, like it's just a long day, and he's just there like creating what would be the hit single off the album. It's nuts.
Do you think Ludacris had the same
clip.
type of experience when he wrote his version of Get Back?
Who did?
Oh man, we could only hope that he did.
I missed that first part. What was that?
I said, do you think Ludacris had the same experience when writing his version of Get Back?
You're talking about Mr. Fried Chicken and Watermelon himself.
No question. No question. I'll tell you, no one was yawning when he was writing that.
Oh, true.
Shaking the booty.
But when real artists perform, people pay attention, right, Rick?
Yeah. Oh, God, that's for damn sure. And you know what's funny is that I even before Marty said anything, I was tempted to watch it when I seen that clip, just because Yoko Ono, I hear, is like such a passive aggressive bitch, and like the background of it all, and I'm like, God, that sounds great. Just watching Yoko Ono in the background, just be like passive aggressively a jerk, like that sounds great.
I mean, there's a lot of that kind of thing you take away. Just like the Yoko is like literally just there. Like if anybody's reading the newspaper, it's her. Like 90% of the time, she could not be like asked to really do anything. At most, she is tapping her toes when like literal musical like magic is being created around her. She's just like, okay, this is cool. You know, she's nothing more than you know. It seems like she's just kind of there for emotional support for John Lennon. Like John Lennon's very comfortable when she's around, and maybe a little more shy when she isn't. I don't know. It's all just really interesting because it is so like candid. You know, there's not really like a narrative to it. Like a lot of documentaries have like, you know, an agenda or a spin or like a narrative or a story they're trying to tell. But this one is just like, they're just trying to write this album and here's what's happening.
Yeah, listen, this is no Tiger King. But,
it's no Tiger King. There's no villains, no heroes. There's no clear hero, Joe Exotic, or villain, Carol Baskin.
Mm-hmm.
He still hasn't financially recovered from this.
And he never might.
No, never will.
You know what?
Go ahead, Rick. I'll tell you about
I was just going to say, can we all talk about how weird it was that Donald Trump didn't give him the presidential pardon?
Horrendous. Egregious.
It's just weird. It seemed like something Donald would do.
One. He was just giving them out. And
it was just bad timing. He would have got one if it wasn't for COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of think he may have just forgotten. That seems more plausible than anything.
Honestly, that sounds very Donald.
No, he didn't get forgotten. It definitely made it to him, but I don't know that he ever really I don't know that Donald has that kind of sense of humor, you know? Like, oh, this is that internet guy. Yeah, let's do it.
I don't know. I don't even think it would be about sense of humor. I don't think he has a sense of humor at all. I don't think he really understands, nuance and like different metaphors and shit like that. He's really stupid, so he doesn't get that. But he would do it just because
he does business.
Yeah, he would do it just because his followers would get a kick out of that shit.
Yeah, man. Let's free Joe. Come on, guys.
It's so surprising that he didn't. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but like I said, I think it was kind of due to the timing of COVID and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they said in the doc that around the time that it was maybe a possibility is when Trump got COVID, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. Well, in the second season of Tiger King, that's when they
Yeah.
said that he had COVID, and it was pretty much like their last moment that they could have got it in.
Right. So it just kind of.
The other thing, real quick, that I'd like to say on the Beatles documentary, which was like one of my favorite takeaways from it, was just how much like Paul and John in particular just love the oldies but goldies. You know what I mean? Like those like early 50s, just 50s Chuck Berry and Little Richard songs, like stuff from that era that they would then go on to like cover and like kind of popularize. But there's always this negative spin that Beatles haters, maybe Rick, maybe you're one of them, who's like, they just stole that music and like used it to get famous. But
Well,
it really shows
that is the history of white people.
That's rock and roll, in a lot of ways.
I'm not going to lie to you. That's why I don't like them, and that's why I don't like Elvis either.
Okay, Elvis for sure, egregious, but I think this documentary does a good job of showing like, no, these guys like legitimately love and have like an incredible reverence for that music. Any moment that like they're waiting for like the recording tape to start and like the engineer is like fixing some stuff, any idle moment that they're just jamming, they're playing all that music just like with all the soul between themselves. Like they have this crazy appreciation for it, and like the music that they write really feels like an homage to it rather than just being like, we're gonna take this music and get famous off of it. Like they just like love that shit. So I think that was because I'm with you. I feel like there was that kind of thing because of Elvis and stuff like that. That there is that notion in rock and roll in general that it's all kind of stolen in that way. But I don't know. This felt a little more sincere, and I think that was a cool thing.
It's interesting. Speaking of the Beatles and them being influenced with like all that stuff. I remember very vividly whenever somebody talks about the Beatles, I always remember one specific thing from when I lived in like Sumter, South Carolina. I was at this party like in the sticks, like a situation where I look in every direction and it's just like fields. And I remember we were listening to the Beatles, and this one dude was all like, he's like super into the Beatles. I like the Beatles too, of course. But he was just like going on and on, and he was playing one of their songs, and he was like, listen to this song, man. He's talking to everybody at the party. And he's like, you can see in this song that they're inventing rock and roll right now in this song. It's never been done before. And I was like, no. Like, nah, dude. If I had taken just a moment to realize where I was, I would never have said that. I like it is literally like I was on Twitter and my mentions were just like getting fucking lit up. Like everybody at the party was like,
"What do you mean, no, Poncho?"
You had an opinion, dude? What the heck?
But yeah, man, like the whole I had to leave early. The whole party was like, what do you mean? Like they're doing it right now. You can hear it. And I was like, man, like you guys really can't believe that these dudes invented rock and roll, right? Like there's no fucking way. Oh man, it was great.
Revisionist history, bro. So yeah,
that's the takeaway is that because it's so like just open mics, raw, like all this footage that's just so sincere. It just paints a very real picture. So I don't know, man. It's definitely worth checking out. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm having revisionist history, but check it out. I don't know, Boog. You might like it.
I believe that it's worth checking out, though. I'll definitely give it a watch. I'll tell you what you guys should not watch, though. I watched it for all of us. All right.
I love it.
I watched this. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke, but the movie that he was in on I guess it went straight to HBO, Boogie, about the Asian basketball player dude. You guys,
oh my god!
Oh no, this sounds like a recipe for trouble.
Oh man, it was terrible. It was
not like this.
I don't know. It was first of all, I didn't like the casting at all. The main character had to be about like 55 years old, playing an 18-year-old in high
school. Oh my god. Some Robert Pattinson shit,
was terrible. This was no above the rim. Let me just tell you that, man. But I watched the whole thing. I went through it, and the good thing about it is that nobody was killed in the movie. It wasn't a whole bunch of violence and shit like that. It was supposed to be like sort of like a coming of age sort of story, feel good, whatever. I don't know. It was modern. It was definitely like 2019, 20, 21 as
Mhm.
far as like the slang and the different things and whatever. It was also New York, but I don't know. I didn't particularly like the casting or the acting, and the acting was just horrendous. Yeah, it was Pop Smoke's first and only, I guess, theatrical performance, and so yeah, if you want to check it out for that, and obviously the soundtrack was pretty good, but that's about it. Yeah, is my review.
Dang. So stay away, huh?
All right, I'm staying away from that one.
Yeah.
Speaking of
anything
movies to
else?
stay away from, stay away from
Here we-
Sneakerella.
Oh no, you watched it?
Sneakerella?
No, I didn't watch it. I just saw
Why
the
would
trailer.
you do
I didn't
this?
watch it.
Oh no. Who told you about it?
I think Brian Carter, Cap Lives. We were all
Oh,
shit talking
man.
it in the Discord.
Oh man.
Yo, that like if there's ever for anybody who's not seen the trailer, it is literally
It's,
like an algorithm.
an abomination. It's an
Really,
abomination.
all you gotta do is watch the trailer for that, and that'll tell you everything you need to know to stay away from it.
It's
for real.
crazy, dude. Like, I'm not even into like, I can imagine like Rick and Fabio, like all you guys, like even to an extent, Bug. Like, I am like the least sneakerhead out of the whole crew. I could care less,
What are you rocking, Poncho? What's your beaters? What's your everyday wear?
dude.
I'm
you don't even
genuinely
want to
curious.
know. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know. Like, but even I knew that this shit was whack, man. Like, I remember like from the very like the first thing they showed, like I guess he's on the bus or whatever, and like his friends noticed like this, like he's like he's scribbling magic marker all over his shoes, and they're like, "Whoa, you made this?" Like, what do you mean? Whoa, you made this? Of course he fucking made it. Do you see this? It's so stupid.
Yeah, that trailer made me want to punch a wall.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I kind of want to watch it, just like how terrible it is. Like maybe we'll watch it in the A.C.B.A. Discord and just like dog on it.
Oh, that'd be so fun, dude. Hey, did you guys hear Cowboy Bebop did not get picked up for a second season? Constantly.
No.
I
Sir.
saw that too. I forgot about that. I
Sir,
watched-
Cowboy Bebop was canceled.
Yeah,
Don't be nice. Don't be
Yeah.
nice.
all right,
They-
did you guys
We
watch
dug
it?
up some of the old tweets, and we're not getting some more Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched the
I
entire thing.
highly doubt that is what's making it not coming back for a second.
No.
No.
That has nothing to do. That show just sucks.
It was really, really garbage. I think that
Let
might
me-
have.
You saw it,
Let,
Boog?
I saw the first 2 episodes, I guess. I
let
couldn't
me
watch
tell you something. I've watched the entire series,
Oh,
and
man.
I think that Ed. You know what? I don't think.
You're better than me.
I challenge somebody to tell me otherwise and prove to me otherwise. But I think that Ed, who we see in the last minute of this season, is the worst interpretation of an animated character done in real life ever. And that's coming from a person who watched the Dragon Ball Z movie in theaters.
Yeah, I saw that shit in theaters too. Hell yeah, bro.
That just if you're ever interested, go on YouTube, type in Ed Cowboy Bebop Netflix, and fucking I don't know.
I was
Try not to
morbidly
punch yourself in the
curious.
face.
You can watch just that. This is the final scene of the show before the credits roll on
It
the
is.
entire series, right?
Yep.
Just the worst.
And it somehow ruins the preceding 8 hours.
Well, no, the 8 hours were already not good. They
Ah,
were already
okay.
they were already not particularly good. The fighting choreography was some of the worst I've seen. They were worse than Iron
Garbage.
Fist.
Worse than
Terrible.
I-
Yeah, they made
Worse than
very strange changes to the story of the show, like that didn't really Like they don't make any sense. Like just very strange changes. And then that Ed character, man. Like if you've ever been to an anime convention,
Yeah.
and have you ever seen a very loud Homestuck cosplayer? Just imagine somebody was like, "You should be Ed from Cowboy Bebop."
No, you know what? I heard the best description of that portrayal of Ed I've ever heard. It's very similar to what you just said, Rick. Somebody said, describe Ed to me. And they said, imagine going to an anime con in 2005 and being annoyed. And that's what
Yep.
Ed is like.
It's like
Lowest common denominator. Ed.
it's surreal when you see that clip and you're like, who wrote this? Who directed this actor to act this way? Like, what is going on? Like, it is just it's so frustrating.
I will
like
say,
this show was very. What were you saying? You will say.
I will
what?
say I do feel bad for that actress because like this is just like this is her first role, I think. Like, and she's super
I'm gonna go ahead and
young.
correct you, Poncho, because I don't want you to catch smoke. Actor they.
Okay, sorry, my fault. But like I think this is their first role, and I watched like some behind the scenes with her in it, and she was like pretty pumped about it. I just feel on a human level, I feel bad. Again. On a human level, I feel bad.
Yeah, man, it's I mean, it's so funny because me and Poncho and David Walden and a friend of ours, we have like a group chat where like I was watching this before anyone because obviously I have the most fucking time in the world. And I started watching it and I was like, huh, this show's not that bad. Like I really like John Cho as an actor and as a cast as he was casted for this role. Like I really like him. Mustafa was really good. But it was just so funny watching my descent into despair in that chat. Because I'm on the first 2 episodes and I'm like, David, it's not bad. It's not bad. And then we get to like another episode and I'm like, okay, David, it's not great, but it's not bad. And then like the next episode, okay, it's not that good, but this is watchable. And then it's like, well, if you're a big fan of Cowboy Bebop, then I guess you should watch this. And then it's like, man, you really shouldn't watch this. It was just like a slow every episode me hating the show more and more and more. It was so odd. The decisions that they would make, the choreography sucked.
Maybe
Like,
it's biased too, but I heard the cinematography was bad too in terms of like, I mean, I can't say I've watched the anime more than it being on after my other favorite Adult Swim shows, but the cinematography in that is supposedly, you know, touted as pretty good, and this one is like, hey, how about Dutch angles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I watched that clip of Ed just because I was morbidly curious, like Rick was saying, like people were saying it's the worst part. So I went and checked it out. And even before I'd seen that, I had seen an interview with the actor, and they're just like, hey, you know, I gave him my best shot. It's a weird character, you know? And even with as much padding and understanding in my belt as possible, I was like, yo, this is terrible. First thing I noticed, the first shot in just the clip when Ed shows up, Dutch angle.
Yeah, it's
like, wow.
Dutch angle.
Everything I heard that was bad about the show is happening in this like 1.5 minute microcosm. But
yeah, man, it's
unfortunate.
Just strange.
Because I've heard nothing but good things about Mustafa
he is
Black,
right? the shining light of this series. He is just, there's not a moment where I think that he wasn't good in this show. Yeah, but there was just so many faults with this show, and it's like I said, like I was in that chat, I was the hopeful one. David was like, John Cho's too old. This show's not looking good. Like the more and more that we saw of it. And I was like, nah, man, this looks fine. And I love John. Like, what are you talking about? And my enthusiasm, my patience for this show was just dwindling with every episode that I watched. And I got to the end of the show and I was like, God, this is so terrible. It can't get any worse. And then Ed popped up and I was like, I hope this doesn't get a second season. I don't want to see this poor actress or actor ever have to suffer through acting like that again.
I actually honestly within like the first like 5 minutes or whatever, or that first sort of like opening sequence, I thought it was a joke. Like I didn't think it was serious. It was so bad. Like it didn't make any sense that it was that bad. I'm like, all right, maybe this is like supposed to be like a parody or something, or I don't know. It's
Yeah, when it started, I just told myself like, okay, they want to be cheesy, so accept that that's what they want.
all right.
They want it to be cheesy. They want it to be like not serious. That's what they want. But then there would be moments in the show where they would be ridiculously cheesy, like when that old lady's hitting on Jet. And then, like a moment later, they want the show to be like ridiculously serious, and like the stakes are super high, and you'd just be like, "Man, I can't." Like you want me to feel so many different ways that this is not working. It was pretty bad.
I saw that clip too, where the lady's hitting on Jet, and it's just like whatever she says, and then he replies like, "Wait, that's blackmail," and she's like, "Yes, because you're black and a male," and I'm like, "What is this show?"
Yeah, it was when I was watching that scene, I was like, okay, they want this to be very cheesy. It's okay. And then, like I said, like a couple scenes later, they want this show to be very serious, and I'm just like, dude, well, what do you want? What do you want me to feel, man? Like I couldn't tolerate it. It was terrible.
And what's wild about it getting canceled is that it didn't even finish the usual Netflix at least 28 days so that they can gather the user data about, how, the view numbers and how well it's done in that time. Before the 28 days were up, they were just like, nah, it's not getting a second season.
That's crazy. Why do you think that is? Just because it got roasted so hard online?
Roasted, and probably like it didn't even crack the top 10.
Yeah, and it was
despite the bad word of mouth. They wouldn't have cared if it had bad word of mouth if people actually watched it.
Yeah, not just that, but
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I know that they really like, even if the watch numbers aren't great, they really look for critical like acclaim.
Mm-hmm.
Like and everybody was panning it as far as like critics go. Pretty bad.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
seems like
one or the other, but not both for sure.
Yeah,
it seems like they may have been trying to cater to like, I don't know, like my daughter's age group, and kind of bring them into this and do something new and what they think was like hip and cool or whatever the case may be, instead of like really sticking to the source material a little closer and just doing a homage and shit. It seems like every anime recreation that they've done has been bad though. Like a lot of people had a lot of bad stuff to say about the Death Note movie too.
Oh yeah.
yeah. And have you seen the casting for the coming Netflix live action One Piece?
No.
It is. I can't even put into words how bad it already looks.
Well, for that one, like Oda, like is pretty heavily involved. He picked those.
But you know what? So was the case with this show with Cowboy Bebop.
True,
there's a lot of involvement, and it's still, it's like there's a language barrier, and it's hard to fight the Hollywood machine, I think. And I just think that it's hard to have hope when I hear things like that, because I don't know. I mean, look at what happened with Avatar. The writers and everything were all in for the Netflix show, and they'd gotten frustrated with whatever notes or whatever Netflix wanted them to do, and now they're not doing anything with the show anymore on Netflix. True. So that really, it's hard to trust when they're involved, because it's just, I think that the machine stops them from even doing anything, whether they're involved or not.
Damn. Well, I hope when they do Naruto in live action, they'll have worked out all the kinks and how to do all this live action adaptation.
Just watch the plays; they're way better.
Yo, I hear those stage plays are incredible.
The stage plays are phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah, I hear they're super good.
They're really good.
Are we talking like Waterworld stunt show good? Because that's a banger.
Yeah. Imagine that times 2.
What? Damn.
And you don't get wet.
Oh man.
Well,
Too
considering if you're in the splash zone
right
or not, you don't get wet.
That's that's at least $5 in my pocket because I don't have to buy a poncho.
Exactly, man.
pun intended.
Shout out to Kevin Costner.
Yeah, Casey, I hope you're doing well, man.
Anything else in the media or like broadcasting world or anything that we need to bring up?
I feel like there was something.
Well, I guess
Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yeah.
That looks fun as shit.
I guess by the time we get back together, at least half of us will have seen Spider-Man, huh?
Yep.
Here's
Oh,
the
yeah,
new
'cause
key art.
Fabio over here is playing it by the fucking seat of his pants. He's
This
laying
man
at
really
the
brought
soup
out the art
Nazi.
after first of all.
Yeah, this is the key art for Sonic 2.
This is it. The old Car Fox was brought out.
Yeah, exactly. That is very funny.
With the old Sonic design too, by the way.
Oh shit.
I was telling Becca earlier today, actually, I have 6 o'clock tickets for Spider-Man on Thursday, and I could have done the 3 o'clock, but I knew that like she wouldn't be off work by 3. But she like sometimes like she'll work a little late, and then she won't get here until like 5 or 6, and I was like, hey, I don't know how to tell you this, but if you're not here by 5:30, I'm going without you.
Damn.
You can meet me there, but I'm gonna be in that seat at 6 o'clock, dude.
I had to have that same conversation with mine. I was like, listen, I don't know if you're working that day, and if you are, I don't know what your schedule is. But regardless, I'm going without you. There's just, I had the same thing, man. I was like, listen, there's no way. The podcast wouldn't allow it. So there's just, I love to blame you guys for things, if you guys didn't know that. I love to blame you guys for things. If you're like, why aren't you at this party? The podcast wouldn't allow it, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, oh, what do you mean you have to watch Spider-Man at the earliest showing possible? The podcast wouldn't allow it. I don't know what to tell you.
Is everybody here going to see it on opening night or no?
Absolutely.
Well, let's see if I get some tickets.
I don't know about Elaine Bennis over here.
Yeah.
I'm checking. Well, it looks like I could still get some tickets for $3.45 on Thursday.
Yeah, you know, I was just gonna say, it's funny that on the day of, like when those tickets went up, I don't know what Pancho's experience was, but there was none of those early tickets on that day. It was all like the night ones. And then like the next day they put up those 3 p.m. ones, and I was like, well, I'm glad I didn't buy those late ones. Jesus Christ.
I get reserved seating. That's cool. Let's see if there's even seating available. I'm literally checking right now because I'm not even sure. Yeah, these are all available. Like, why are people? I know I joke that people were paying, that I paid $10,000, but I'm not even here stressing. I'm finding out right now on the day, and there are plenty of seats available.
Hell
So,
yeah.
I think I might just walk over to I literally have one within walking distance. So
I think like we said it last week, I think like it's just, you know, those theaters that are like super popular in like LA and like New York and stuff, like the premier theaters. When you think of like the main theaters in those cities, like those are the theaters that were like bugging out. Like there's one,
and a lot of the ones in Texas as well.
Yeah, Texas
like
too.
Texas had like really expensive like aftermarket showings for like specific theaters that have true IMAX or whatever the fuck. I don't fucking do that shit anyways because I have bad eyesight. So I wouldn't know.
These are literally bargain tickets. Like, this is a matinee showing I can get tickets for. Like, what is this?
Hell yeah. There's only one like IMAX theater in Charleston, and that sold out pretty fast. Maybe I think like the day after they went up, it sold out for opening day. But there's other theaters too in Charleston, which I'm sure have stuff. There's probably like 3 or 4 theaters here.
Yeah,
if it's one of those where it's that big main theater in town with like the fancy screens and all that, but if you're just trying to catch it on any movie screen, there's got to be some easy routes for people to take there.
I
Wow,
will
you
tell
think
you,
that
like,
little movie screen is worth $10,000, pal?
Sometimes it is. But I might pay $10,000 for that roller coaster experience.
Oh God.
Oh, you got to do it again, man. Hopefully that dad's there.
Hopefully, I can only hope because that added to the experience.
I saw Black Panther. Black Panther was like the only movie that one of the only MCU movies I didn't get a chance to see in IMAX, just because it was sold out. And well, no. I thought I got tickets for the IMAX theater, but there was like a confusion or whatever, and I did not. But I saw it on like one of the older theaters, and like the projector was like crazy old, so it wasn't bright at all. So I had no idea what was going on for the first like 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, it was like warming up.
Yeah, I couldn't see shit. Like he was like in the trees and stuff, and everybody was like, "What's that?" And like
That's
everybody in the crowd was like, "What is that? I don't fucking know. Like, what is this? I can't see anything."
All right. I guess the only other thing that people are talking about in the chat too, Arcane is apparently quite good on Netflix.
How did we not talk about Arcane being incredible?
My daughter's been checking that out. I've been sitting here this whole time looking at Spider-Man tickets, by the way.
Yeah, dude, me too.
Yeah, Arcane is incredible and a great example of American animation done right.
True.
Okay.
And that's coming from somebody who doesn't give a shit about League of Legends now or probably ever.
Nando, what you got to say about Arcane?
But here first.
Pretty good, I guess. I've only seen 3 episodes, but it's worth watching. That was her exact quote.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that's
fantastic.
fair enough. That's fair enough.
Yeah,
Is all the Imagine Dragons like too much, or?
You know what? In the beginning, it is like you can tell that they're really trying to get their money out of the Imagine Dragons payments, but it goes away. Thank God it does, because it's at first I'm like, damn man, we're gonna be hearing a lot of this, huh? And it goes away eventually. It's very well done. I was honestly surprised. David Wong kept telling me to watch it. And I was like, I don't know, man, American animation. But wow,
is it
very
American
good.
animation?
Yeah, it doesn't even have a Japanese dub to it.
And it's Haley Steinfeld too. So if we're like
Haley Steinfeld again.
Alrighty, good stuff.
All right. Anything else we want to touch on before we
pickups? We talk pickups.
Well, I guess we've been talking about that pretty much all show. But just to reiterate, I got the Excalibur 3-pack, which I think is really good. I really like it. I got the Vapor, the Hood's Vapor Albino edition. I've got
the Albino boy.
I've got the Cousin Eddie on the way, and something else I think I might be getting this week. Maybe I'll ship that pile of loot that I talked about as well. But yeah, I got quite a few things around here that I still need to open, including the Legends retro carded High Evolutionary, quite a few Dragon Ball Z figures from SHF, and I don't know. I got shit to open through the end of the year, basically. I don't really need to be getting anything new, honestly. But Fabio, what you got?
I also got my Vapor in, my my Mosquatch, and the Advent Calendar and the Holiday Gomez are due for like Tuesday, Wednesday next week, so that should be fun. I was on the Toying Around stream a couple weeks ago, just kind of chiming in with all the people who were there at DCon. And
Are you saying that you were toying around?
I was toying around with Kevin, that's right, and unboxing some stuff. That was when I unboxed my Casino Gomez, when I got that in. And I was there chatting with him and a couple of the enablers, and Kyle Wadiga and Yoko from Super 7, just chatting or whatever. And I had mentioned that I had almost picked up the King Diamond figure when I was at DCon, but since we were there for like a quick minute before everybody mobbed out to go get food, I didn't get to go back and get it. So he was like, "Hey, send me your info, and I'll go ahead and send you King Diamond." So I got King
Hell
Diamond.
yeah, dude.
Wow.
Who-
Should have told him, like, I was gonna go pick up everything at your booth, but we ended up having to leave. Oh man.
But
That's
I
really
wasn't
cool.
gonna lie to him like that. I actually was really about to pick this up, and it's like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" So yeah, this was really cool of him to send this. He also designed the figure as well, so there's a little bit of a vested interest for him trying to get me on board. And I will say, $450 for that Turtle Van's hitting a little different now. I don't know. Now that I have one of these dudes,
Now
seeing the
that he was
quality in
buttered
person,
up, now that he
know.
was buttered up with a free figure, maybe that price is pretty
I'd
good, and I
like to
highly
think
recommend
that I
everybody
can't-
support it.
I can't be lobbied that easily, but I will say I haven't opened this yet, but I like what I'm seeing so far, and I think I'm going to open this on my one of my upcoming streams. If not the next one, then hopefully soon. Maybe I can get Kyle on and we can just talk rock and roll, because maybe I can convince them to make Rob Halford from Judas Priest, given that they already have a reaction figure of it, and I see some leather jacket and leather vest parts that could be easily reused for a Rob Halford of Judas Priest. But that's neither here
Somewhere,
nor there. Either way, I love having this. It's cool.
somewhere in the distance, Chris Jericho's spine is tingling at you saying anything about the Judas Priest. It's just
And,
he's somewhere in the distance.
Kyle also, gave me a nice note and a bunch of little free goodies that I want to show off, because he designed these pins as well. These are really, really dope.
Oh, enamel
very
pins,
nice.
huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
little enamel pins as part of this mythical metalheads line that I guess he developed. And
Is that a rockabilly bull?
it's like a punk bull, like a suicidal tendencies punk
Oh,
type
okay,
of guy.
that's a hat, not a pompadour.
Yeah, no, the pompadour is on this devil, who's definitely a rockabilly kind
okay.
of devil.
He's rockabillying it. There we
Yeah.
go.
He looks like the singer of Volbeat, who are touring with Ghost, which is another figure that I've been looking at from Super 7. And then a little Medusa all decapitated here. Yeah, pretty sick stuff. So thank you. Big shout out to Kyle. I'll show this stuff off on my stream again if anyone who watches me regularly thinks I'm being repetitive. I acknowledge it. I'm going to talk about all this stuff, as many opportunities as I can, because I appreciate it so much. So once again, thank you, Kyle, and might be sending him something his way as well. Now that I've got valuable information like a return address.
Now that I have his home address,
Well,
I might plot something on my own.
and I intend to dox him. No, absolutely not.
No.
I'm gonna give him the old Mysterio Spider-Man Far From Home treatment.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's the end of my pickups, I believe. Yeah, that's it. My Christmas gifts for other people are starting to arrive, but don't want to spoil them.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
What'd you get, Punch? Adding any more boxes to your pile over there?
I can't even imagine. I can't even begin to tell you how much shit I haven't even opened. I haven't even opened my Iron Spider Revoltech figure.
My God.
What's
your problem, man?
Like I said earlier, I got Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Easily the best Goku in the entire line. So great. And I got my cooler. I got Namek Boma also. Yeah. That's pretty great. I also got some custom hair sculpts. I got a future Gohan custom head sculpt from Fairy Tail Customs. And then I got the windy hair Vegeta from HA's Customs. And then big shout out to Uncanny Megan. She goes thrifting a lot, and she found like a 1/12 scale porcelain bathroom set with a toilet, a tub, and a sink. So I got my Figma Thinker on the toilet right now, so hell yeah. Very excited about
what's funny?
that.
You know what's funny, Pancho, is that I forget where you posted that first. I think it was on your story.
Uh-huh.
I was going to tell you, I have that exact same set. My sister went to an estate sale, and she was like, these look like they work with your toys.
That's so great.
And I was like, oh shit, they totally do. And so, yeah, and I have the huge set of that shit. Like, I have like a kitchen made of porcelain and like the bathroom. So shout out to my sister circa 2016 for finding me those. I've never used them for any. I haven't used them for anything yet, but yeah, I'll never forget that she just handed me like a big bag that was like clanging, and I was like, "What the hell?" That pulley toilet that you got.
Listen, I'm out here looking at 2004 Bratz vehicles.
I know you saw that mess. You saw that Gomez.
Yeah, I did. I'm afraid I did.
But what?
You know, remember the Bratz? You know, fashion or passion for fashion. Yeah, their cars scale really great with 112 figures, and
they sure do.
As a great convertible that works really great with Casino Gomez. I might just have to crack into.
You know what really sucks is that I found that convertible many, many times.
All right,
and I just don't ever buy them because I tell myself like I'm never gonna paint this shit.
No, I wouldn't even paint it. They have some good stock colors.
Yeah, it's black.
Do they?
They have a black one, they have a silver one, and a white one, like a pearlescent white for this.
Yeah, I've only ever found the white one before.
I think I've only seen the pink one.
There's there's that convertible, but this is like there's a Maserati. That's the one we're talking about, but then there's also the Cadillac one that you've seen probably too.
Yeah, the Cadillac is every time I find the Cadillac, like the hood is missing or like something along those lines.
Yeah, it's honestly not horribly expensive. So
no, they're not expensive. They're definitely not expensive.
I may have to,
especially if you buy the ugly colors and paint it yourself. It's even cheaper than like the normal colors.
So yeah, that might just have to happen. I'm afraid.
Yeah, I find that white Cadillac very often with like either the roof missing or like a girl's crayon all over it, or like things along those lines. Usually, it is hard to find it, number one, in good colors and in good condition at the thrift, but I do find them often.
Yeah, I see one listing that's like really close to me. I might have to eat that.
Man. Hit him up. Tell him, hey man, I'm in T-Town, baby. You want to meet up at the mall or what?
I'm gonna say one for it. Oh, and real quick, I forgot to mention. Scroll back up to that Star Wars picture right there that is passing right now.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
What about it? Oh, Matthew Cohen. Okay, that's why.
Oh, Matthew Cohen.
Because Matthew Cohen, aka Shooting the Galaxy, is now a Hasbro employee. He is one of the Hassel brothers now.
Hell yeah, dude.
Not just that, but he's a toy photographer.
That's right. He is Hasbro. Their boy. He's going to be shooting their Galaxy from now on, hopefully.
He's not just like some contracted social media blah 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 or anything like that. He's a toy photographer. It literally says it on his offer sheet.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. Congratulations, Matthew.
Yeah,
obviously
guy,
a longtime member of A.C.B.A. and a great toy photographer as well. So well deserved. He's been grinding for it.
Yeah, no doubt.
One of the best in the game, baby.
If you guys remember, a couple years back, he was people who do the Gulliver's Gate display invited him in to let him bring his toys and kind of shoot his toys in those big little worlds, and he posted a lot of that stuff to the group, and we shared that stuff. Yeah,
this is awesome. But yeah, once again, congrats to Matthew. Any final notes before we get out of here? What else we gotta talk about?
That's it for me.
That's it for
me. Think we missed anything?
Rick, did you talk about your pickups?
I didn't interject with anything because I really didn't get anything. The only thing I got was a Legion, and that's just because I never wanted to order them online. I knew that I'd find them eventually in a store. Finally did, so that was good. Yeah, I haven't bought anything else. My Target for some reason has like 1 million of those bat cycles.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones that I think you use it for Doc Knock. I think.
Oh, the animated series one.
No, that crazy ass one that's like made of bones. It looks like a bat.
Oh yeah. I'm actually gonna maybe use it for this King Diamond.
Yeah, my Target out of nowhere got like 1 million of those things, so I bought one just because.
How much are they at retail?
I think they're
$26.99.
Yeah, like 25, 26, something like that. Yeah.
But you could. I mean, they go on clearance all the time.
Yeah, they do. Oh yeah. Oh, that's the one thing that happened. Damn, what's the name of that dude? Is it Breaker, the one that comes with the motorcycle with GI Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was walking around my Target and he was in the back near the furniture, like on a back row, and I was like, "What is this doing here?" And I was like, "Well, this isn't a clearance section." I was like, "Let me check if it's clearance." Man, I got that thing for $12.
Mm.
So if you see
Wow.
Breaker at your store, he's not marked. He's not like anything like that, but he's definitely $12.
Yeah, that motorcycle's worth it for that price.
Yeah, so I picked up another Breaker just for the culture at $12. Why not, man? Come on.
Yeah, that's a good deal. That's a kind of an army builder too. You can have a few of those bikes for different
Yeah,
characters.
exactly. Yeah, I already had one that I paid full price for, so I was like, well, $12, fuck it, why not, man?
Damn, that's dank.
Yeah, so if you see him, he's not marked, but he's definitely on discount. And I think that's it. I think I don't think I got anything else.
All right. So with that said, thank you to everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you to everybody who gave a super chat or donation. And thank you for hanging out with us. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, hit that bell down there. And until next time, peace.